Good morning, it's VapeAM. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters and I'm Juicy Jones. Welcome to you. This is the show where you wake up with me and we have a wake and vape and we talk to friends. We make a few phone calls on Skype. We look and we see what's on sale and we just wake up. First thing, I want you guys to watch this. Boom. Here's Alex. One of our coolest OVHQ crew. Watch this while I vape. That's awesome. You just posted a video. Good one. Nice job, Alex. Boom. I love Instagram so much. And Alex is cool. And he should be here. Let me see who's in chat. I'm just going to get oriented here. Hello, hello, hello. So in the chat, I see we've got Brandy, Owen, Billy, Marks. Good morning. I've got me. I said hi. Brett, Mobby, and Mr. Cobra Fire. And Vaping Teddy. Hey, George. Nice to see you. And just good morning to everybody. Did I post this to Facebook? I didn't, did I? Maybe I did it last night. Don't know. Hope you guys have had a great day. I'm doing my Mr. Rogers. Today I'm going to show you the amazing coils that I got from Travis at Overdose Vapes. They're totally sick. I've got a bunch of them on the desk. I'll give you a little preview. Oh, you saw them. And we're going to call Skeletor, and he's got a new 3S Lipo mech box from the people at Subohmn Mods, and they have a Facebook group. I'll link to them right down there. And what else? I think I'll break out my Photoshop and do that. How does that look? Looks pretty good. We'll do a little Photoshopping. There we go. That was weird. Should have had that set up beforehand. It's not in focus anyway. I don't really care. So I hope all of you are having a great day. Orbital Vaping Headquarters is going just fine. I walk the dog. I have a cup of coffee. Mmm, delicious. And I've got a vape. Tell me, what are you vaping on? I'm on my little VTC Mini with my avocado. And I don't have any. I've got yesterday's e-liquid in here, which is AZ Swag Sauce's Sugar Skull, which is pretty good. But what should I put in here now? You guys tell me. I'll stick something in there, and we'll see what's going on. Am I broadcasting? I suppose. I think I am. It says I'm live, so it's good. All right. I'm kind of worried. I haven't seen anything. Anybody see anything in chat in a little while? What's going on, y'all? Hey, Thomas. Good to see you. Oh, it just did an update. Hey, what's up, James? Great to see you. Fletcher's too. Oh, did Fastech... Fletcher Reeves says that Fastech put the Aromomizer Supreme on there. You know what we'll do? Later on, we'll surf over there and look at that if you want. I'm just writing it down. Yeah, that's cool. Good. That's awesome. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Gem 2. I don't have enough left. I got some for the review. But fuck it. Yeah, dude. Why not? I do want Gem 2 in here. Why not, man? Actually, I'm going to use ADV, which is like a Cinnabon type thing. There it is. Dude Juice ADV. This is ADV, all day vape. And it's like a Cinnabon type flavor, so it's pretty good. All right. You would like to try Gem 2. It's super good. Gem 2 is really, it became my favorite vape the second day I had it, which is crazy. So I should like it. Hey, there's Nathan Benner. Nice to see you. Great. I'm so glad you can make it to the show. That's killer. The Joker from Swag Sauce. See, that's weird. Stifler's mom is also supposed to be like a strawberry Bavarian cream, not like strawberry cream. Anyway, I'm going to try it because I like strawberry creams. But Mr. Cobra Fire says we should try the Joker from AZ Swag Sauce, as well as the ones that I like already, which are Sugar Skull and Stifler's Mom. I'm writing that down. The Joker. Okay. I need to get like an assistant to transcribe these things and send me the results. That'd be fun. All right, so let's do it. Let me just clear the rest of this out. Right now, I have this little alien Clapton here from yesterday, if you guys notice. And I put a bunch of wraps in that. It looks filthy as hell right now, which I could clean it just a little bit. And it's working just fine. I actually trimmed the wicks so that they were thinner. And the constant balance that you strike with these little atomizers is less wicking means more juice coming up out of it, and more wicking means less spit back and stuff, but you get more dry hits. So you're trying to get that magical spot where you have good wicking and not too much spit back, which is cool. Oh, hey, there's Adam. Hey, Canine colleague. Yeah, I totally walk her every morning. She and I get up and we do our little puppy and dad thing. And I feed her and we walk her, and it's really my favorite part of the day. I get to get up and scratch the dog and wake her up. Dogs in her sleep are so cute. Don't need to tell you guys. How many of you guys have dogs? Because I know that a lot of people that vape have pets and love them. And I know I do, which is weird. Not weird, but just a thing. So I'm setting the airflow on this thing. Just in case you guys don't remember, the airflow on this thing is pretty cool. It's got like, I don't want to give away those coils too quick. These are all the coils we're looking at later. Don't look at them yet. Although they're cool. If you look at this guy, it's got a super cool 2-post build system. And then it's got Cyclops air holes that you can arrange anywhere you want. And it has this little ring which lets you adjust the air. You see you have a 1-hole, a 2-hole setting, and then the 2 Cyclops holes. So what I've been doing is that some air does come in the back through that ceramic piece directly onto your coil. Not directly onto it, but near it. So it goes in the back and it comes around the outside here to the coil. Then it goes straight in. So you get some airflow to the coil. I just like to put it on there and arrange it just so the back side has airflow to that hole. So I adjusted it so the hole has airflow, and then I'm going in the front, and it's also, I'll do a little more actually. And then it's a little bit restricted, because I like slightly restricted airflow. It's just my thing. Okay, there are a lot of people with pets. Flavor Hunter's here. Hey, good morning, man. I'm sorry your wife won't let you have a dog. It's okay. One day, man. Sam's got 2 Shih Tzus. Our puppy is a Shih Tzu. Brett's got 2 cats. No, 2 dogs. No. 2 and a cat, but 7 dogs in the house. So some of those aren't yours. Nathan's got his pit bull. Highlander did have one, but it was his ex-wife, he says. That doesn't count. Nathan Benner's got a Cocker Spaniel pup as well. And everyone's laughing at Highlander because that joke was funny. he said, does my ex-wife count? If so, yes. That's really funny. Well, it's been a good morning so far. It's almost 6:15. That means I've been doing this for like 10 minutes. I don't think I've ever started a show on time. What am I doing? I'm putting on my hat. We're getting up. I'm going to put a jacket on because that's the rule. Because what's life like without an Adidas jacket? Get real. And don't forget, we're going to see these insanely cool coils that I got from Travis of Overdose Vapes, and I'm going to try to get him on Skype. We'll see if he can give us a call. He happens to be an early riser, but I know he's busy. And we're going to talk to Skeletor a little bit later too. I better fire up my Skype here and see what's going on with that. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. Oh, drat. Let's see. All right. I'm just saying a couple of things here. Yeah, these coils are super duper nice. I know who we should call is Thomas Padloo. Let's see if he's here. I know he's watching the show, but if you're busy, don't bother answering. But I'm going to call you and say hi, and then we can chat a little bit. I do have to get some earphones. It's very important that I do this. loud. Hello, Thomas. Hey, how are you?
I'm gonna shut it off.
How are you? Good morning. You guys can hear him, but I'm just getting his video up. There he is. It's my brother looking fringe window. Whoa! Somebody's like in sunlight and has got their hat on and a bunch of books. You look, that's awesome. That's a cool background, actually.
At work today. I'm bald now. I had to go to. I told you I had to go to a funeral in Wake the other day, so I had to clean myself up a little bit.
You do look nice. I didn't know you cut your hair off, but I'm really sorry but you had to go to a funeral. That's really sad.
Yeah. That's what smoking will do to you, man. I think out of the past, I guess 4 or 5 people that I have lost within the past like 2 years, most of it was smoking related illness. So, there you go. Hopefully, us vapors could dodge some of that.
Yeah, that's sorry. Oh man, I know that's the thing. Like, if you keep smoking and don't quit and start vaping, or just quit, then you'll die of cancer. You may not die of cancer, but man, your body is going to be so fucked by the time you get old. So that's really sad. Well, I don't want to be. I'm so sorry about that. How is everything else? I hate to be so. I hate to make a seg like that, but I don't know what to say.
Everything is great, man. Everything is great.
Well, I know that I was supposed to call you yesterday, and I'm so sorry. I just was too tired, and I did this thing, and I was just like, ah. And I realized this morning, I'm like, you didn't call Tom like you said you were going to, so I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother. I appreciate you calling this morning. I want to say good morning to everybody, and
yeah, you don't have to stay around.
Yeah. I actually I can't. I'm gonna get off in a couple of minutes. I am at work today. I'm trying to catch up. I haven't been here all week, so.
Oh yeah.
Everything's good, bro. Everything's good. Thanks for asking. I think we could catch up. I have a whole bunch of e-liquids and stuff coming in within the next couple of days. Maybe we could review some of them.
I would love to. And I would love to sit around and talk about the D2 some more too, like we said we were going to. And I'd love to. Yeah, we'll do that. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hello and goodbye to the audience.
Yeah.
And Mr. Juicy, we will talk soon. Maybe if you're not busy, you could Skype me this evening.
Yeah, I think so. That's killer.
All right. Peace, everybody.
Have a great day, Tom.
Well,
he's awesome. That guy's rad. That's our buddy Tom. He's so great. And he's at work today. Yeah, I'm sorry he had to go to a funeral. A friend of his, a relative, died of lung cancer, and it's very sad. So here we go. So, somebody in the chat says that e-liquid in Indiana is going to be illegal July 1st. What happened with that law? I should have asked Tom that because he's completely up on these things. But I did hear that Indiana had some bad shit going on, and I don't know the details. I'm just putting some batteries in my G2, my home wrecker G2. And I'm going to just pop this thing in here. I'm trying to see if I can get it to work on temperature control several times in a row. And I'm pretty picky, but it's pretty cool. It has been working. I need to empty this thing. Oh, Ryan Berman said that he lost his grandmother Monday morning. I'm so sorry, my friend. That's sad. I apologize. And I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Oh, there's Brandy, too. Oh, and there's WTF Vapors. What's up, Skeletor? Brett's going to Louisville today. Is it Louisville or Louisville? I know there's different ones. Why are these batteries half full? I think they were completely dead, and I put them on the charger really late. Wow. That's odd. Setting the curve. Oh, and Ginter put his noisy cricket down? What happened? Pick it up, man. Is something wrong? Is your hand okay? That makes me alarmed. That guy doesn't put down his noisy cricket very often. Because he likes it. Which is awesome. Louisville. That's awesome. What else is going on with you guys? I know Brandy's going great. At least she appears to be going great. And, oh, I still can't believe you put down that Noisy cricket. So Billy Mark says it's only going to be legal to buy. Oh, it will only be illegal to buy e-liquid made outside Indiana. So that is dumb. And I don't know that it feels like as soon as someone sues over that, the judge is going to go, what? um, so, oh, finally. So Brett in the chat says, sorry, we're just chatting with the chat channel here. Brett says that he finally has enough e-liquid to go for a couple of weeks. There was a little time there when Brett in his truck driving around was a little bit like, I need e-liquid. So, and remember that if you're mobile, it's important to carry enough e-liquid. You don't always know, and sometimes it's a good idea to DIY if you just get a big kitty, or just buy it by the 180 or the 240. And oh, coffee! Oh my God! If you guys aren't drinking coffee, please do so. Delicious. Owen got another velocity. Owen, you should get your Skype set up so you can come on the show and chat with us some morning. That's all you guys got to do is get Skype installed, and you can come on the show and chat with us in the morning we just call buddies. Yeah. And then Mike Pavia points out, how the fuck are they going to enforce that? And that's exactly right. There are some companies who are going to say, we will not ship to Indiana. And then there will be plenty of companies who say, we'll ship to Indiana. If they capture it, fine. If not, whatever. And it's real unlikely that the state of Indiana is going to ask the federal government. State government will ask the federal government to make sure all of its packages don't contain e-liquid. That's an onerous burden on the federal government that they're not required. I mean, it's just not going to happen. They're gonna honor the law within the realm of it being practical for them, and that's just stupid. So Brett says he's got 250, 260 mils left out of 500. Yeah, doesn't it feel good to have like 200 or 300 mils of juice until you have 30? But it's fun. Hey, there's Big Natty Vapes. Hey, it's great to see you, man. Good morning, Big Natty. I love Big Natty Vapes because he has the coolest avatars and he changes them. Today he's got the cap on with the super cool glasses. I'm just not that cool, to tell you the truth. I will, however, find some cool glasses just for Natty because he's awesome. And I can't. Oh, there it is. Sorry, my desk is such a mess, you guys. Here we go. This is just an attempt to be cool. Hello. Now you're looking at the crazy reflections in my eyes. Hello, those are my lights. So, let's make someone else a victim of our Skype hijinks. Because it's morning time. Hey, J1790, good morning. What's up? That's our buddy. I'll give the Wiener a call. The Wiener. Can you hear him? Can you hear him? I bet you can. Okay. I got blocked. Hello, Skeletor. Oh, are we all wearing glasses?
What is going on, everybody?
We're wearing glasses. I forgot. Everybody. You're a little bit, we're having a little bit of internet trouble with Skeletor there. We'll get him back. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know no one's worried. He'll be back. Poor guy. So what? What's going on? Oh, we'll get him back, alright. Don't you guys worry. Flavor Hunter's good. Canada's good. I'm so glad. Flavor Hunter, you were having trouble finding a certain e-liquid there in Canada, weren't you? Made in Canada? Remind me what flavor that was you were having trouble with. He was telling me that he was trying to find a Canadian manufacturer for a certain flavor. Brandy says these glasses are awesome. I think so too. These are actually commemorative glasses from Sir Mix-a-Lot. Oh, we're getting a phone call, my friends. Well. Wow, looks like we're having some trouble. It's trying. It's trying. But it's not succeeding. See, this is okay because it's just fine.
Wow, that was weird.
Hey, it worked. Finally worked.
Yeah,
Turn on your
I
face.
must have scared it with the sunglasses, so I took them off. Let's hope I don't scare it again.
Nice.
Holy shit!
Also, I think I finally got the volume on Skype to be correct, so I think you're probably loud enough finally for once.
Oh, really? You mean
Yeah.
my voice is actually going to be loud enough for everybody to hear me this time instead
Pretty
of
sure.
a muffled Charlie Brown adult, but like Barry White style?
Yeah, it's true. It's like Skype is just real particular, and it comes through. I had to set the levels at a certain space. I'm trying to put my levels so that they're close to yours, and we're both relatively the same loudness. All right.
Right.
So everybody say hey to Skeletor. Good morning, Skeletor. How's stuff in
Hello.
Florida?
It is actually very nice in Florida. Give me 1 second. I'll check the temperature. It's 74 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah. You know how we roll here in Orlando? It's the land of Mickey Mouse. It's got to be good weather fucking 365 days a year, right?
Better be.
It's got to.
It better be. I was just reading in chat, and it says Flavor Hunter was looking for a strawberry banana smoothie or milkshake, but made in Canada. We have a lot of those flavors, but made in Canada.
Right.
So if you guys
Yeah.
know one, let us know.
Blaine had mentioned that the other night when we were on Skype, and he actually told me that Kumo by Cloud Company is a strawberry banana-ish smoothie type thing, and I forgot I had it. So I went
It's
ahead
Canadian?
and no, it's
Ah.
one of Pip's lines from Suicide Bunny.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's cool.
hell yeah.
J1790 says he knows where he can get one. Yeah, of course. Spit it out, man. That's good. And Brandy says hello to you, by the way. Of course.
Hello, Brandy, Miss Hollow Angel.
I'm just about to refill this. I'm just vaping the very last of the liquid out of this last thing. I'm going to put some new ADV into it.
Ooh, ADV.
Orbital Joe wants a buttery juice with tons of diacetyl. Stifler's mom from AZ Swag Sauce. No question.
Anything butterscotch.
Yeah, anything butterscotch. But I tell you, Stifler's mom is, after about 2 weeks, I joke with my girlfriend about this all the time. I'm like, oh my god, this vape is butter. It tastes like butter. It is butter. And in fact, I feel guilty. I'm not going to put ADV in here. I'm going to put Stifler's mom in here. And I'm sorry, Larry, I love you. You know I love you, and I'm going to vape that. But I am going to use Stifler's mom just because it is kind of silly and good. Also, I'll show you guys that you can refill this tank in the funniest way, if you so choose. I'll just put the desk cam on. You're still here, Skeletor. Don't worry. You're just in a smaller window.
Oh, well.
I didn't get rid of you.
Out of here.
So this is my Stifler's mom, and I'm going to pop the top off this guy. And if you actually just pull out the ceramic cap, you can sort of wipe it off. But look, now we have 2 giant fill holes. Lol. And you can literally just pour e-liquid in here. Bom, 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 bom. And it fills up my thing. Oh, it's steaming because my coils were warm.
Worm?
Warm. That was just a ridiculous way to say warm. I don't know why I said that.
My mother used to call me Worm when I was growing up. Actually, she still does. She
Yeah.
still does. That's
Cool. You do have a lot of
fun.
nicknames. I still think my favorite nickname for you is Junk.
Junk, yeah.
I just think that's a great. I just think it sounds cool. I know it's a little bit derogatory, but I just think it sounds funny. Like, hey, Junk.
That, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I'm sorry if that hurts you or whatever, but I like that.
Not at all, actually. There are 3 people that still call me Junk to this day and will for the rest of my life because those are the 3 people that gave it to me. And
Of course,
yeah,
right.
I'm not gonna. I told you the story, Juicy, but I'm not gonna tell the story of how I got it on live broadcast because then I'll probably
Wise man.
some statute of limitations, and it just wouldn't be good.
No need for that, sir. Okay.
Yeah, right. Not happening.
Oh yeah. The other reason I put Stifler's mom in here instead of putting in ADV is that I don't have time to go actually rinse it out. If I were going to put, typically when I do Larry's juices, I'll actually squeeze a syringe full of water through here just to rinse it out. You know, you don't have to do that, but it does clear the flavors out. This still tastes a little bit like the Sugar Skull. But what's cool about it is that the the wicking, the way this works, the wicking will make it turn over in the taste real fast because the juice doesn't sit on top of the liquid all the time and saturate the chamber. The juice only goes up into the wicking chamber while you're vaping. So when you switch juice on these little bottom tanks, it really has good turnover. And it really the flavor turns over. You can see that it's just the cotton instead of the cotton sitting in the well and being saturated, and then the juice mixing when it gets down there. You know what I mean? And it being like weird. It just turns over. It just starts wicking new juice, especially if you rinse out the tank. So it's pretty cool.
That works. That works. So okay, Juicy, you got to check this beast out. Are you ready for this?
Oh, hold on. It's 6:29. For you guys just tuning in, this is VapeAM, the show where we just talk in the morning. You hang out at Global Vaping Headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones. We call friends like Skeletor today. We call Tom Pavlou. And today, we're going to look at some coils that I got from Overdose Vapes, which are beautiful. And we're going to check out Skeletor's new box mod, too. So stay tuned. I'm sorry, Skeletor. Keep going, buddy. I know, right?
Yeah, so I was looking in the chat, or not looking in the chat, looking on YouTube at the video, and y'all can't see my shirt, so I'm going to bend this down for a little bit. This is my badass epic Appetite for Destruction shirt that I'm wearing today. Sorry, just had to point that out.
I like it.
Yeah, it's the album cover.
I like it.
Ooh, I gotta have that.
I like it. I wish that YouTube would let us play more interesting and fun music and stuff.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah, like, if we joined one of those fancy networks or whatever, we might be able to access some music libraries. I mean, I don't know, but I would love to be able to crank, whatever I want, believe me. But I'm just afraid that they'll banhammer me and tell me that I can never, these videos will never earn a dime if I do that. So, cool. So there's some talk in chat between the peeps making arrangements to try Canadian e-juices and stuff. I love it. I love it when everyone talks to each other. I love the community of
That's
vaping.
Cool shit.
Yeah, and so I love you guys helping each other and doing your own thing. And so that just makes me so happy. And also I want to thank everybody who tunes in and bothers to stick this on your browser or watch in red. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and follow me everywhere else. Subscribe to this channel and like that video. Click that like button. And also, if you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. And also, even if you are, click the little gear next to it, and then a box comes up, and you can click on Get Updates from this channel. And we have 2 live shows. Tuesday and Thursday, VapeAM is on. It's just the relaxed morning show. Saturday is our flagship show, Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and that is a really good testimonial and feel-good show about quitting smoking and vaping. And we just talk to vapors about vaping and what their stories are, which I love that show so much. We love doing it. We have 22 episodes in the can, and they're all good, I think. There's just nothing bad in there, except for the one time when Google cut it off 3/4 of the way through, and I thought Luke was going to go fucking postal. I've never seen Luke actually mad, but I think he was actually mad during that. I was like, wow, I think I'm pissed too. Like both of us were like, this sucks, because we wanted to do that show.
That wound up being a free for all that morning, didn't it?
Yep, and one of our top rated shows.
Yeah.
That show, that little Q&A, was one of our top rated shows because a lot of people tuned in for the DIY and they were perfectly happy. We turned it into just talk to us because that's what we could do. So we had a great time. But all of our shows have been good. And on OVHQ here, Orbital Vaping Headquarters, we're going to add more shows too. So we're going to start adding whatever. And I have some great stuff lined up. So it isn't always going to be just me. So it's going to be fun. This is really great. And if you're interested in joining our little network, then just send me a note, and then we'll see about trying to get you on here too, and we're trying to fill up the schedule. Rashid, what is up, my man? Rashid, he's one of our GB, one of our European viewers, which I think is awesome. And that's killer. Oh my god, J1790 says, crap, I'm out of juice I can use on my Subox. Oh! Then don't forget you can put the high ohm coil in there and get your thinner crappy juice, right? Right, Skeletor?
Yeah.
I mean, if all you've got left is that thin stuff, put the high ohm coils on it and lower the watts and you'll be okay. Oh, Sam Wells says Saturday is a month smoke free. Congrats. What, Skeletor? Sorry.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, before I forget, this weekend is the big Tampa convention. I'm actually going to be there on the 12th with Larry and Jonathan from Jim Juice and Gentleman's Draw on the B2B, so I'll be there early. But that's, I forgot.
That's
Sorry about that.
fantastic.
Holy hell, because somebody in the chat mentioned it, and yes, I am going to Tampa. However, I need, before I forget, this is what I was going to forget. I need you to let me know which email you want me to use for the Google Drive, because I've got it set up for the commercials that we've been putting together.
Ah, okay. Then I'll tell you offline. No problem. I will. I don't want to say it live. I have my real email address.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I can totally do that.
No problem.
My
no
public
problem.
email address.
That's why I said.
In case you guys are interested, you can always email me at juicyjones@gmail.com. But I have another one for use for that.
I can't wait to see these badass edits, dude. Angelo's already putting stuff together.
One of the things we're doing is that we've gathered, Skeletor has gathered up some of the tricksters who want to start making videos, and we're going to start getting some raw footage, and we're going to start using those for little like breaks, like clonk, what's this? And it'll be some people doing tricks, and that'll give us a chance to like get a cup of coffee or re-wick or whatever, and or just pick our nose. I don't know.
Yeah.
And how cool is that? So we're going to have some footage.
I've got two of them. I've got
who are they?
I've got Angelo Lorenzo. His Instagram name is static_Jello GELO _Duvo. And then the other one is John O'Hare, and his Instagram is at Omicide OHMICIDE. And I tell you what. Oh my
God, those are good names. Omicide is a freaking great name.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, that is.
And Tom was over night before last, and I had posted an Instagram picture of my dining room, and you could barely see it because it was so foggy, and all you see is a silhouette of John and Angelo. But John was sitting on my couch, and he was kicking these O's out that were like, the ring itself was like this thick. And I don't know how the hell he does it.
Hey, spell Adam or Angelo's name again on Instagram.
Static STATIC _ Jello GELO.
Oh, Elo. Okay, there it is.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find him. I'll show him on the thing.
Bird.
So keep talking, please. I'm very interested.
Yeah, so he's sitting on my couch and he's looking at my TV going, I'm going to hit that. And so he chucks this ring out and he pushes it. And then after he pushes it, while he's exhaling, he's pushing the ring with his breath. And 15 feet away, he slams that motherfucker at like 5 mile an hour, 6 mile an hour right into my TV. Like, I'm looking, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Never seen anything like that before.
You know, this Dopo in green, I don't even care if it works. I want it. I'm looking at Omicide's page, and he has that green Dopo.
Oh, the Punisher? Yeah, the Punisher 80.
I just don't even care. I got to have that.
Yeah, I'm still putting this 1.5 V2 through the ringer right now. I haven't put any batteries in it yet this morning because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 devices right now, and this one that'll be coming up here in a minute. You were talking about that one.
Yeah, let me see if I can recrop this picture.
Yeah,
if I can recrop this picture, we can see a little bit more.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do some sick shit, and what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna have them upload their edits to the drive, and they're already putting stuff together, so it's going to be really cool. I am looking forward to it.
I love it. Okay, here's a picture. That right there, that's Omicide. I'm sorry it's so big. This is like a ghetto thing. I just made this super quick. There's Omicide. Go follow him on Instagram. Totally cool. And then that's Static Jello Duvo. That's Angelo. So both of those guys are doing trick stuff, and so they're gonna start submitting videos. I'm just so excited. I love that, and we'll feature their Instagrams. They'll have them on there, and then we can use some of the raw footage. And also, we're looking for people who are good and motivated and active that want to do editing too. So if you're in the mood to take
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah, if you're in the mood and have the equipment to take the raw footage and help us make cool edits out of them, putting music on or whatever, then we'll add the branding and the overlays and junk later. But if you want to edit the videos, that'd be really helpful, because this is a hobby and we just do this for fun, and none of us get paid for this. So if somebody wants to volunteer to do that, that would be super cool. And then you'd be able to grab these videos and make edits with them. And all we got to do is make sure that you have a good enough internet and connection and your stuff is good. So we need to see samples. But we would love if somebody loves doing edits just to help us out for the channel. It'd be so fun. And otherwise, we're just going to do it ourselves. And maybe we'll learn how to edit. That'd be fun. But I really, really am really stoked that you hooked that up. And it's just going to be so fun. I just love the idea. I am so bad at doing tricks and shit. And so I'm just learning my O game and stuff. And so I fantasize about being good at that all the time. And I love watching those guys. I just flip out when I see people do sick tricks. Like my favorite one of all time is the pool trick that I posted on my thing. I usually don't repost stuff like that. But when I saw, what's his name? I forgot the guy's name. It's on my feed. He blew an O across a pool table and then fucking popped a ball up through it into the fucking pocket. I was like, from across the table, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, that's one of the best vape tricks ever. And I've seen a lot of good ones too. But there's a lot of good vapesters out there on Instagram too. Some of them nobody even knows, but I really like all those guys. There's a bunch of great Instagram. I discovered Irby_Irby last week, and she's a gal that's got the greatest...
I've been following her on Instagram for quite a while now.
I love her. She is one of the great... Irby, she has a beautiful voice. Obviously, actually, a good voice. And then she'll sing little songs. And they do vape life stuff. And she's a gal, too. So it's great. She has a really great page, Irby_Irby. You guys go follow her if you're interested. And I'm always on the lookout for cool vapors and stuff on Instagram. And when I follow people, I don't unfollow. I'm not one of those guys who like has to have 10,000 followers and I only follow 300 people. Like, I'm actually following you guys. So I follow 5,000 or 6,000 people, and you don't get five. Most people don't post, so it's not a huge deal. But when they do, I get to see it, and I like it. I like seeing regular people go, "Hey, here's my hand check," and people tag me all the time. They're like, "Hey, Juicy Jones, I got this." It makes me happy.
Ooh, I got a thing.
What?
You know what I got already, but I got a thing.
Oh yeah, your rig clone.
Yeah, this clone is it's the best clone that I've ever used. This is so well made, and it's fucking badass. Look at that.
That's crazy. That's interesting, because I was looking at those thinking, man, if it's a good clone, then I want it. Because the rig is well known for having a really good design, but if they clone it badly, it's not worth it. But I'm glad to hear that's good, because those are cheap. What'd that cost you? And where'd you get it?
I got it from Wicked Park Vapors here, right down the street from my house, and I got it at a steal. I'm not actually going to say how much I bought it for.
Okay, that's cool, but they're not very expensive. They're $20 or $30.
No, it's a little more than that. I think they're like 50, but I got it for a little bit less. Brick and mortar markup. But yeah, the issue that I was telling you that I had with the Roughneck was actually not an issue. Apparently, it had gotten some juice from when I set the Roughneck down, changing a battery out. Because I've been using this, when I put the Roughneck back on it last night after using the Overcast on it, I haven't had any type of leaking issue at all whatsoever through the Delrin.
Cool.
So I'm happy with that because I love how it looks with this motherfucker. It's badass.
That's cool. That's awesome. And we always prefer to have authentics. But we buy clones and we try stuff out. And if the clones are good, sometimes we like them. But we go buy our authentics when we can. Just want to tell everyone that.
I'm going to end up picking up an authentic because this is such a well-made clone. And if I like the clone this much, I can only imagine how much I would like the authentic. I've used the continuous current Manhattan V2, when I was doing reviews with Mr. Cloud Beast, who actually happens to be in the chat right now. What's up, Adam?
Hey, Adam.
I would use his continuous current. And Drew, my buddy Drew, has a couple continuous currents, and he's got that Able mod. I've been horking on his Able mod too, and I was trying to figure out what type of tube mod that I wanted, and it was between those two, the rig or the Sub-Zero. So when I had the opportunity to pick up this clone of the rig, and I picked it up, and it was heavy because tugboat clones are aluminum. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they're shitty because I've got an authentic V1 tube, and I've played with the clone V2, and the clone V2 is awful, unfortunately. And So when I had the opportunity to pick up this, I picked it up. I was like, "Holy shit! I mean, this is heavy. It's a copper mod. It's full copper.
That's
The
cool.
connections are full copper. They're not copper plated or anything. Um, and there's some stuff about it that you can tell it's a clone, but functionality wise, hell no.
Hey, show it off
This
some
thing's
more because I made you full screen.
yeah.
Looking good.
Got the skulls, and it's my green. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
But to add insult to injury for the clone, it's serialized.
Oh, that is insulting. Honestly, that's not a good idea, in my opinion. If you're making a clone, don't put serial numbers on it because it's just tacky. It's very tacky. Because then it encourages people to pretend or imagine or confuses them into thinking they have an authentic, and that's not right. It's right to experiment with clones and then get an authentic if you love it, but it's not right for clones to pretend to actually be the real thing. What they're trying to do is get an affordable version of the design in, and they're stealing money from the original guys. But on the other hand, I'm a firm believer in people's property and them getting what they deserve. But also on the other hand, I'm a firm believer in turnover. So I'm actually not, I like the fact that we have a lot of pressure to innovate.
Mhm.
But it isn't good that cloning is so easy. It's like I wish there was like a happy medium in there somewhere. But there's not. But the short answer is buy authentics if you can, and if you
Mhm.
can't, buy clones. And when you have
Yeah,
enough money, get an
and
authentic or trade for them.
I yeah, exactly. And you know me, I abide by the barter system. And so I'm putting a call out now if anybody has a rig V2 with a roughneck that you want to trade, I got something probably that you would like.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
make it a
cool.
deal.
That's cool.
But I'm so impressed. I do want the authentic.
Oh,
This is one of the but this is not up for barter, y'all. This is stuck in my fucking arsenal. I haven't been able to put this down since I got it a couple days ago. It's fucking awesome. And it's funny. I was talking to Drew after I picked this. Actually, we went to Wing House last night, and they had a meet with their club and everything. And
oh
they're
yeah, you
putting
had a
together.
motorcycle meet last night for vaping.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
And I introduced some vapors to Frida and Jim Squared, and they're about to buy stock in it. But yeah, so I've been talking about this fundraiser that's going to happen, and the club that I met up with last night, they actually are the club that they're going to be helping put together this fundraiser. Um, Not putting any details out yet because we don't have any. However, the fundraiser is to upgrade the technology for WTF vapors. And
Yeah,
it's going to be fucking awesome. And we were laying down some details last night, and it's cool as hell.
yeah.
And
You
I'm
guys should
excited.
know that in Florida, there's things happening on Orbital Vaping headquarters, and we have a partnership going with Skeletor and with Polish Vapes UK, and we're trying to do something here on the channel. And Skeletor is trying to upgrade his equipment so that he can have a similar kind of quality we have. You can see that he looks like he's in some ghetto internet zone. It's because his internet sucks. So he's upgrading his internet. He's raising money to buy a computer that's decent. He has one, but it needs to be upgraded. It's like 9 years old. And then he wants to just come up to par to be able to do this. And then we're going to get him there. And then here at Orbital Vaping headquarters too, I enabled the fan funding. So if you go to the homepage of the channel and click the button, you can donate $1, $5, any amount of money, and all that money goes to keeping the lights on, putting dog food into the dog, and buying gear and stuff to show you guys and play with. So if you're interested in that, do that. And then we're going to have details about Skeletor's fundraiser coming up here pretty soon. There aren't any details yet. They're planning, but they're going to do a local rally, a little get-together with raffles, and the bike club's going to be involved, right?
Yep, yep. And it's going to be a hell of a time. We've got in the plaza where we're going to have it. We've already got a location. There's a tattoo parlor who is open, during the hours that we're going to have this. And they're talking about having a special price for the vape meet rally type thing. And there's also a nice, a good a good authentic Hispanic restaurant in there, and they're going to be running a lot of food specials and drink specials and stuff like that.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, and that's one of the problems that a lot of the vape meets have is food, and
Right, I totally see that. I never thought of it.
Stuff to keep them occupied while they're waiting on the raffle or waiting on the cloud comp. Go to a fucking go get a tattoo while you're waiting on the next raffle. Why the hell not?
Hey, good idea. I would do that.
I'm going to, just to commemorate the event.
I have one tattoo, and I love it. I got it in college, and it's a lightning bolt. And what other kind of tattoo would you think I would have besides a lightning bolt? I mean, that's me. Boom! And I'm so hardcore. My girlfriend gave that to me with a needle and ink in college in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, we drew it on there.
The people.
Yeah, I drew it out. She sketched it on there. I said, go. And she went, kink, 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 for hours. And I am hardcore. I got a prison tattoo. Fuck all
nice.
y'all. Yeah. I'm seriously hardcore. Yeah. It's funny. I've had a weird life. I've actually had a very, very long and interesting life. I've done many, many, many things. Sometimes I discount how interesting I am because I have humility, but I step back sometimes and, while I'm telling stories, and I'm like, wow, you did that? Like you broke your back in Alaska? Yeah. You've flown to accept national awards for design. You've gone to Alaska. You went to a famous music school. I mean, it's just weird. I've had a weird life.
Weird life, yeah. I can feel you there, brother. I look back on shit and it's like, ooh, nice. Okay, cool.
Ooh, Rashid says he was going to donate money to a reviewer once and he turned out to be a douche. That would suck.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's the thing too, is who knows who you can trust. Like here at Orbital Vaping headquarters, we have one mission, and that is to put good vaping information in front of vapors and to be a little bit entertaining at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all we're doing. And I'm not pretending to know everything. And what this is a journey where we learn together. It's fun. And so I'm not the super expert. I get people who know more, like Skeletor and Thomas and Ben from Home Tech or Phil Basardo, somebody. I ask people things, and I try to move that information from my head to yours. So I love that. And all we're trying to do is kind of build this up to be a little bit more sustainable. So yeah, that would be irritating. We're gonna start a little website, and then just as a place to, keep the schedule on, to be honest, because we're going to start doing a schedule here, and so we're going to have a little website with a little calendar, and it won't be a huge deal. And then there'll be a stuff associated with that, like URLs and memberships or whatever. My Instagram isn't up here. It's Instagram/JuicyJonesHQ, and I don't know why I didn't put that on there, but it sort of says it right here. Sort of. It says Instagram and YouTube, JuicyJonesHQ. But that's great. Oh, and I also want to thank Punk Junior Vapes, my friend James, for putting up a kick-ass picture of the glare on my glasses.
Oh, nice.
It blows me away that anyone watches these shows, and I just am I'm so grateful and so humble because you guys are just really cool, and I don't have a lot of ambition as far as this isn't a money-making thing. It's just a really great hobby, and we feel like it's just really fun to vape and to talk to you guys about vaping. And it's funny too because all the stuff is just stuff I had laying around. It's like I already had all the stuff to do all this stuff sitting around, and I realized that I don't mind doing it on camera too, so it's fun. But the most important thing to me is being engaged with you guys. So I love all the viewers and everything. So here's what I want to do. It's 6:52, almost 7 o'clock. For you guys who just tuned in, it's VapeAM. I should probably do this right at 7. And this is the show in the morning where you wake up and vape with Orbital Vaping headquarters. We call friends, we look at new stuff, and we see what deals are up, and we talk to people in chat. Right now, I want to show you these coils I got from Travis, and then we're going to look at Skeletor's new 3S Lipo Mech Mod, which I must steal from you somehow. Like maybe this will be the perfect crime because no one will believe that I can make it to Florida and steal that and come back to Seattle, right? So.
Yeah, right.
I like
corner to corner.
Yeah, I like get a secret flight on a private jet for a few $100 and be like, yeah. I mean, it cost me much less money just to buy one, but I mean, it's not nearly as exciting.
It's like some espionage. No.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, and speaking of which, that's another thing Orbital Vaping headquarters is not about, and that's ragging on other reviewers or hiding them. I encourage you guys to sub to Polish Vapes UK and Skeletor and everything else. Like most of what I do is live stuff and reviews live or whatever, but these guys do a whole gamut of things. And so be sure to sub to everybody in the YouTube channel. And Flavor Hunter is starting off a channel where he does Canadian e-juices, and we love that. He's just trying to be a Canadian vapor, which is totally great. And he's in Saskatchewan.
Hey,
And
he's a
Skeletor's in Florida.
vapor,
Yeah. Gee, I know you vape, eh?
eh? We love you, Blaine. You know
Yeah,
we
totally. Absolutely. I love Blaine. So I'm just going to show you these coils. So I'll switch the view, and then you guys are going to love these things. They're absolutely beautiful. Oh, he's teasing it. He's teasing the box mod. Oh,
do. This is a Subohmn PWM 2800 3S Lipo.
okay, but hold on now. No more. Come on, we got to get...
Yeah, no, we got to get to Travis's coils.
Keep to the format.
Because I'm actually really looking forward to seeing Travis's coils. I
Oh,
love
they're
Travis.
so
from
beautiful.
ODV.
Me too. He is the fucking coolest
I'm
guy.
gonna mess up a
I
little
love
bit.
those guys.
I
I have
think
seen
this,
the new Joytech IO kit, and I want to see it. I saw it, and I'm interested. I actually want to compare that to the T18 real bad, because the T18 is perfect, and the IO is going to have to be more than perfect. But Joytech's killing it, so who knows? Okay, so Travis was making coils recently on his Facebook group. Go to the Overdose Vapes Facebook group. I put their YouTube link down here, and their Facebook group is just search
Yeah,
for
go see
Overdose
Travis
Vapes.
and Josh.
Yep, Travis and Josh are amazing.
Those guys were my inspiration actually when I got into reviewing. So definitely go check those boys out. They are the reason why I do what I do today.
Yeah, it's true. Like I'm personally inspired by these guys too, because they're just so they're themselves, and they're fantastic, and all they want to do is make sure they have the same mission we do, is to make sure vapors are happy. That's all they do, is
And
put
they are
good.
hilarious.
Yep, they put good info in. So he was building coils recently, and he does this, and he doesn't even charge very much. And I think it was about $20 for all of these. I forget exactly what the number is, but he sent me 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let me count. Counting is hard. He sent me 8 dual coils, which is absolutely mind-blowing how great these are. And I'll show you one of the coolest ones first. These are Alien Claptons that he sent. They're in little baggies, so forgive me. I'm not going to take them out because I don't want to get them all oily. But freaking look at those things. Travis, that's amazing. They're so beautiful.
We also have another coil maker in the chat, Sean Taft, actually, because
Sean!
Blaine says that he can't wait to get his Sean Taft coils, and go see Sean's Instagram, E&S Mods. The word "and" is spelled out, and there's a Z at the end. But I'm actually still vaping on the phenotype coil as we speak on the new vape.
And I tell you, one of these days we're going to convince Sean to rename his Instagram to something that makes sense. But I love Sean Taft. But by the way,
coil is over. I'm sorry. I'm not vaping on the... I got 2 phenotypes, so it's confusing. I apologize. My other phenotype coil is over here, but I'm still vaping on it.
I just flashed his coil that he sent me. It's good. And that one's going in there. The reason I haven't deployed this yet, by the way, Sean, is that my Overcast or my velocity is fucked up. So I want this in a velocity, and I'm waiting to get a new one. So forgive me. I don't want to throw that away and put it in something else. I have the Overcast, but I have to use the Overcast for these guys that came. And soon we're going to have more.
Those are nice.
Yeah, look at these parallels.
On
I know, look at these parallels he sent. They're fucking beautiful. They look awesome. That's a Clapton paralleled with what looks like some 26. I'm not sure exactly.
Coil porn. Yep,
I know, I love coil porn. I think it's fantastic. Oh, look at those. It's another set of parallels. It looks like a Clapton that's slightly bigger, paralleled with a twisted 26 or 28. Oh, fuck, Travis, you freaking mad scientist.
James, what was it that you want me to put in chat? He just said put it in chat, Skeletor, please, and I'm trying to figure out what he wants me to put in chat.
Oh, what's Sean? He wants Sean Taft's Instagram, I think.
Oh, okay.
And what is that? A twisted dual Clapton fucking parallel? Oh my god. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm just flashing these. They're just pretty.
Yeah, those coils are nice. This coil porn's fucking awesome.
Oh my god, and here's a little 4-wrap fused Clapton. Oh god, yes. Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, Travis, I love you.
Alrighty, let's see. Ryan asked a question real quick. I'm sorry. Which airflow do I prefer on the phenotype, on the top or side? I actually have both. I have both. I have the top cap, which is what I do with it. I have the top airflow cap, which I just picked up from my homeboy Prado when I was at the HK meet. Which reminds me, I need to link up with him, anyways. But I actually prefer the side. For some reason, if you don't get the airflow just right with this, it turns into a spitter. And I don't mind spit back because it adds to the flavor, but with as much spit back as I'm getting, it's uncomfortable. So, I'm still messing with the airflow, trying to figure it out to see if it's going to quit spitting, or maybe it's just the build that I have in here. Maybe that's the spitter.
The word on the street is that people are pretty ambivalent about that cap.
Oh, yeah?
They're like, meh. Yeah, I mean, for the same reason you are. You have to dial it in real hard and get it right, and then otherwise it's just extremely spitty and what do you call it? Turbulent.
And you dial it in 3 different ways. You've got the chuff cap adjustment, which cuts the actual slots. Then you've got the adjustment on the slots that you make, and then you spin it to where it hits the airflow coming through just right to the coil. Right. It's pretty cool when you get it just right. It's really nice. It's a really nice vape, but it's hard to put together. It really is.
So
I spent a shit ton of time trying to dial it in, and it's still not perfect. As you see, I'm back on the side airflow one.
Right.
But I actually like the mouthpiece on this one better.
So check it out. This one is like another twisted 24 or 26 with a Clapton parallel. God damn it. There's only 2 more. You only sent me 8. Like, that's not a complaint. I'm just kidding. Like,
yeah, right?
Oh my God, it's insane. These are gorgeous. This is like a popcorn coil paralleled with another. No, this is like a tiger. I need to ask him exactly what that's called. Maybe one of you guys know. I don't know the exact name, but look, you can see it looks like a tiger. It's a flat wrapped around core. Oh God damn it, that's cool. I can't get too close here, but I will with my crazy tools. My focus is slow. Sorry, guys. Oh, and another clean-ass Clapton that's just paralleled. God damn it. So these are beautiful. These are beautiful. And so I just can't think of a better way to spend that money than to support a regular vapor guy with his YouTube channel doing these builds in his Facebook group. And he does this out of the goodness of his heart. You know it's not easy to build all these things. These are beautiful parallels that he spent a lot of trouble on. So I thank Travis for these sick coils, and I can't wait to put them in some atomizers and take some pictures and stuff. And I tell you, you guys go to Overdose Vapes, follow those guys. They are fantastic. I love those guys. They're great. Ribbon wire, thank you. That's so killer. Oh my God. So that's great. And
those are nice. I'm finally catching up on YouTube. I'm seeing them.
Yeah, and I'll stick them in atomizers as we go. In fact, I might do that while we're showing off your thing. I might stick one of these things in my Overcast. It might have been a transformer coil. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Ryan Berman chimed in the chat. That. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, and don't forget, Sam Wells says he's got some 316L stainless fuse Claptons coming, and I'm very interested in that. Very interested in stainless steel Claptons. Yeah, I imagine. I've never heard anybody complain about Travis's coils. I follow their Facebook group because I just love them, and I'm always involved in there when I can. And they just are always doing great stuff. I don't know what to do. I can't pick, man.
Well, just remember that they're with the type of coils that they are in the Overcast, you're going to want to pick the smaller ones because it will get tight. I've done a lot of like stage Clapton builds and a lot of twisted builds and spiral builds and boneyard builds and all kinds of builds in the Overcast. And I found that when you're doing the custom builds like that, it does start to get a little bit tight. If any of them have a 2.5 diameter, that would probably be the preferred inner diameter that you would want to use for it.
I do, and I think this one is a 2.5, and it looks like a 4 wrap.
It's
just a 3 wrap fused Clapton. This would be great.
I'm sorry, but Damian Barnhart, who is actually the maker of this PWM box,
killer! In the chat. I'm so glad.
He is in the chat. So when Damian, when I start to show off the box here in a little bit, I want you to chime in on the details because this was your personal box, I heard.
Why don't you fucking turn your Skype on and join us? This is a relaxed show where you can do that.
I didn't mean to say
Yeah,
fucking,
if you
but you're welcome to.
Shit, are you kidding me? I'm WTF Vapors, baby. What
Well, I
the
mean that on
fuck?
his behalf. I mean, you're absolutely welcome.
Oh,
If
on his
you
well, yeah,
if you join
for
me,
sure.
if you go to Skype and just add me at Juicy Jones, that's just my Skype name, all one word, then you can come on and chat about it. It's fine. We have another hour. This is all we're
Yeah,
doing. So I'm going to
I'll
put
let him do
these.
the talking, and I'll just show it off.
Yeah, I'm going to put these on these Claptons on the Overcast while we talk about his thing. And Sam Wells says that he found a place that sells those 316 Claptons. So absolutely, man, make sure you tell us on the Facebook group so we can keep up with that, because I'm very interested in a place to get some 316 Claptons just to check them.
Yeah, me too. I want to try them out on temp control.
Yeah. So tell us about your box. You want me to blow you up a little bit?
Sure.
I'll blow you up, motherfucker. I blow motherfucker up. I just resized the wrong thing. You're gigantic, Skeletor.
Cool. All right. So yeah,
I can just move over.
I'll give the backstory, and that way it can catch up and chat, and Damien can start putting in the specifications.
He says he's scared of cameras.
Oh, that's all right, bud.
Take
You're
the
in
Huggies
chat,
off.
That's
That's what we got to say here. Take the Pampers off. I know those little pieces of tape can really, like, they get your leg hair. You ever notice that? Your diapers? Like, they pinch, and the tape gets your leg hair. But it's okay. You can still get on the camera.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm just kidding.
Looks like you just had the chest things for EKGs. You
Right.
got missing hair from the Huggies. So yeah, I'll start with the backstory. There's a fan of WTF, lives local. His name is Jimmy, and Jimmy said, "Hey, he came over one day. I had done some Claptons for him, and we were sitting here shooting the shit, and he brought this box over, this one and a black one, and so." We're playing around with them, and I had a build on the Buddha at that point in time that handled it really well. And speak of the devil, hold on, I have to pause real quick because Mr. Jimmy just sent me a message over Facebook. So I'm going to paste in the link. Wait, no, I can't do that right now because that wasn't the last thing I copied and pasted. All right. Anyway, so Jimmy is, he's like, well, I'll tell you what, next time we get together, I'll make sure the battery's charged up, and I'll let you hold on to it for a few days so you can get the feel of a PWM box. And I was like, well, okay, cool. I told him, I'm like, are you sure? Because I know these are, not cheap to make, and they're not cheap to buy. So I'm sitting here and I'm going, gee, that's cool as shit. I appreciate it. And I was hanging out at Wicked Park the day that I picked this bad boy up, and he met me up there, and he had the box with him, fully charged battery. He gave me the little meter to hook up to it and showed me how to do it and whatnot and what means what, and gave me a little crash course. And, when I got home that night, I ended up putting this insane, I think I was on Skype with you actually when I did this insane freaking coil. It's like 212 wrap, what is it? Fuse 26 gauge with a 32 gauge wrap. It's freaking insaneness.
That sounds delicious.
It ohms out to a 0.43. I have this thing at about 40%, and it's rocking. It absolutely is. And it's funny, if you listen, where's my microphone? If you listen, did you hear that?
Yeah, you can hear it.
That's cool as shit. But yeah, this thing's got some power. Let me take the cap off again, and we'll do a quick dust off so you can see. This is at 40%.
Pop.
That's 40%, baby.
So
Imagine
first of all, let's take a step back. So it's important that we talk about what is a Lipo mod and how is it different from 18650 and why is that special and what do you have to know to even own that thing? Because everybody should not go buy a Lipo mod, and why?
Right.
So what is that thing? It's a Subohmn Box Mod, and their Instagram name is Subohmn LLC, I think, but I put a link to their Facebook group, I believe, in the description. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. But I think I've already,
Right.
I think I stuck a link in there, and you
Yeah, I
can
know
find them
you
on
linked them on
Facebook.
Instagram on the post yesterday,
There you go.
last night, this morning.
And from there, you can get to the their Instagram page or their Facebook page. So if you want one of these things, they're there. And then what they are is they're box mods that they have MOSFETs, so they're protected, but they use a LiPo instead of 18650. So there's several things that you have to do differently and to know. One, that thing you have to build in a very specific way. The
Yes.
number of amps that you get out of a LiPo is always very high. I think that thing is 12 amps or something peak, and 11 or 12, and they don't sag as much. So when you press the button, you get all those amps. So you can't build very low on those things unless you know what you're doing. So basically, you want to make sure that you build at 0.3 or higher, maybe even 0.35, and you have to charge them in a very special way. And the reason is, of course, because the amp. It isn't just that the battery's capacity can be strained or whatever. What happens when you run very, very low on series boxes with 18650s is that they run very hot. That's why people tell you not to run below 0.3 in a series box, because your batteries can get so hot it's dangerous. So at a certain point, somewhere over 100 degrees centigrade, it's not safe. And so if you run like a 0.12 on a series box, your batteries can get very, very, very hot. And if you know what you're
Extremely hot.
doing, yeah, if you know what you're doing and you know your batteries and you don't chain vape, you don't vape, then you can do that. But it's very important because that LiPo battery is a lot more powerful than the already powerful 18650s that we have. And so you just have to be careful. And so so explain some of that stuff to these guys. I'm sorry, I just gave the umbrella view, but now there's the box, the delicious box.
Yeah,
If you don't
and
mind.
here's the thing: is I really don't know much about this box. I was actually going to contact Damien this afternoon and pick his brain about it to where I can learn more about it. I know that
Let's ask them some questions. That's cool.
yeah, I've got my buddy Jordan is coming over later on after he wakes up, and we're gonna do a static wire Clapton quad coil Clapton thingy. We're gonna do a thing, and
Okay.
we haven't decided if we're probably gonna put it in the temple, but because this was just quickie wire that I put together, I'm not really worried about saving the build, and we're gonna do something quadish with it.
Something
But it's a
quadish.
lot. It's a lot of power, though. I had to turn it down to 40% just in order to get a decent flavor to me, and I like a warm vape.
And that
And
thing has a an adjustment on it that is a percentage meter. So show everyone that thing.
yeah, it's got a potentiometer on it,
Mhm.
and as you can see, I have it turned to 40%.
And why is that important? What does that do exactly?
What it does is it determines the wattage that you've got going to your atomizer.
So it's a
You know,
percentage
the,
of the wattage of the battery that's coming through
it,
there.
it's a percentage of the voltage. Yeah, here's the battery right here.
Yeah. And 2,800 miles a lot. So the benefit of that is it's a lot of power and it's going to last a long time.
Yeah, it's going to last a few days.
I want one of those real bad because I just love battery life. I love my 26650 parallel box. I love it. It lasts so long. And
Yeah.
I would love that too. So that thing is made by Subohmn Innovations LLC. They're out of Florida, and they sell them on Facebook. And this isn't like a review. We're just taking a look at it. He just got that thing this week. But so far, you like it. Tell us about the box. What's it made of?
It's
Switch-like.
a Hammond. It's a Hammond B. Here's Damien's signature.
Oh, very
His stuff's all
nice.
over. Yeah.
Very nice.
And,
In fact, I'll blow you
yeah.
up even bigger. You can just be the whole screen, Skeletor. You win.
All right. Cool. It's got it's got a mashy button. It doesn't have the clicky button like
It's
I
the
like.
it's the soft MyTech button, right?
Yeah, but I think if it was any other, it's very nice. It fits nice. It feels good against the
And
fingertip.
by the way, Cloud Castle, go ahead and get coffee. We have 40 more minutes. Go on, Skeletor.
And it hits like a truck. 40% on this fucking temple at a 0.43 ohm Clapton build is plenty. But I've found that I can only drip like the strawberries that I vape on, like Gem Squared or Black Origins.
Why
Frida
is that?
just doesn't. Frida just doesn't taste right to me at this high of a wattage.
That happens. We've seen that before, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Other vapes. Yeah, totally. So for you guys out there, you won't even your favorite vape you might not like it in some configurations. It's one of the reasons why I like to do reviews. It's why it takes so long, because I like to put stuff in tanks. I like to put stuff in drippers and try different wattages.
But I will tell you, this super steep Gem Squared is epic on it.
It's delicious.
Oh my god!
I'm resizing you back to normal size, if you don't mind.
Okay, cool. Cool. That's cool. I have to switch over to Facebook real quick because I've got messages coming in from Larry Webb and Jimmy.
Nice. Larry Webb is great. Larry Webb is the guy who is the genius behind Frida and Gem 2.
The legend, the mad scientist
Yeah.
himself. That's right. As a
Love
matter
that
of
guy.
fact, he makes Gem Squared. Which look at how Gem Squared is in this first run bottle now that I've had it in this box. But I'm
Damien
not
says,
opening this one.
by the way, Damien says that the specs on that box are that it's a machined box, no more Hammond boxes, so it's not going to have any lean or any problems like that.
Right.
And it's a 12.6 volt 3S LiPo with a PWM and the battery's 2800 mAh, 100C, 3-cell LiPo. And tell us about the charging of those devices, because it's important when you have a LiPo. It's the same thing with my DNA 200. It's important with the LiPo that you charge them with a special charger. Am I right?
Yes. They hook up to a LiPo charger, which you can find at like any RC hobby store, from what I understand. I do not have one.
They're not expensive.
I will go check it out because I'm actually interested in picking up one of these boxes now. Larry Webb, yes, you are a legend. He just sent me a PM over Facebook, and he's watching, by the way.
Oh, good. Hi, Larry.
And, he goes, "I'm not a legend." I said, "Yeah, you are. You are, Larry. You are a legend."
Larry doesn't get it. We're making him a legend. Don't you see how it works?
Okay.
How you become a legend.
That's right.
So you like the box so far? That's cool. How did you find out about those guys?
From Jimmy. He when he brought the boxes over. Well, when he was coming over that day, he told me he was bringing a couple of Lipo PWM boxes to show me for me to try out. I was like, okay, cool. So he brought them over, and he gave me the backstory of the boxes and everything, and he said, next time I meet up with you, I'll have a charged battery and off you go. So like I said, he gave me a crash course. Battery was charged, fully charged, showed me how to use the little thingy, and that was that.
That's killer. And of course, we reiterate that if you're going to use a box like this, or any mech box, but especially a LiPo, you must understand the battery, you must understand Ohm's law, and you must build using Ohm's law every time. Every time Skeletor puts a build in, we hang out on Skype. Every time he puts a build in, he does the math. And he says, oh, I'm going to put this on 50%. I'm going to do this build. It's going to be 0.4. And I'm going to put it on here at 50% and see what happens. And he does the math and tries that. And he starts safe and then moves down. And that's so important, y'all. You must understand your batteries and don't build too low or on series boxes or PWM LiPo boxes unless you know what you're doing. They are fun, but they're advanced. And Sam Wells, how do we get it? Those are on Facebook. You can order those if you're interested. He says he can put 2S, 4S cells. Different cells can go in there. So I'm sure you can tell you some stuff. Here are the coils I'm putting on my Overcast. God damn, these are pretty. Oh, Travis. Oh, Travis.
Oh, man, this fucking rig. Oh, jeez.
That's awesome.
I'm vaping Frida on it, of course. And I did that basic, what was it, on the Roughneck, I did a basic bitch 6-wrap 22 gauge around a 2.5 millimeter. I think it ohmed out to like 0.12-ish. My maths is usually good. My maths is usually good. I can figure it out. Because the Roughneck is the RDA that is actually all one piece.
On top of the thing fixed.
It goes directly onto the battery. The build deck is all one piece with it. So you can't hook this up to your ohm reader. However, Static Wire has the chart, and it gives you the millimeter, the gauge, and what it'll ohm out to for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 wrap or some shit like that.
Right on.
Which I actually have that PDF. Or no, the new one I have a picture of, so I can send it to you, Juicy. That way you'll have the chart. And if anybody else wants the chart, let me know so they can safely build with static wire.
That's great, actually. Yeah, we'll put that in the Facebook too. I'm sure you've got that on your group too. But you guys go check that out. Oh,
Yep.
look, Larry Webb just figured out how to do the chat. Yeah, they put a special button on there for mobile chat now. I noticed.
That's fucking hilarious. All right, what did Damien say? FYI, the IPC 610 certified. Nice. Okay, he's talking about his certifications.
That's awesome.
He used to work for the DoD. Word.
Nice.
So he knows his
PCBs
shit.
for the guidance systems. That's awesome.
He knows his shit. Awesome.
Yeah, that'll work.
Of course, you build a box like this, though, you have to know your shit because, as we all see with the cheap ass, what the hell are they? The hoverboards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's vitally important that you know what you're doing if you're going to use lipos. Lipos probably are going to be the next thing after 26650s, but we all must be smart.
Mm-hmm.
We must be smart because if we're not, it's going to be dangerous and no one's going to know what's going on because we do need innovation in this industry quite badly, but what we don't need is hassle and people getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's killer. I really like that box. I also really like that it's just plain white. That just seems like a
No, it's not.
thing. Remember, repeat the question.
It's not plain white.
Oh, the box isn't plain white? Oh, it's sparkly. You never showed it to me that closely. Are you fucking kidding me? White sparkles? What? What? Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Yeah, that is good. That appeals to me quite a bit.
Oh.
I put this too close to the post, but I don't care. I put them too close to the post, Travis. Don't kill me. They recommend that you use wire cutters when you're building, right?
Yes.
I mean, isn't that what people do? Yeah.
For pliers, yeah.
And I don't.
That's what you do.
I don't. How can I be missing my wire cutters? That's not a conceivable thing to be missing at Orbital Vaping headquarters.
You know what's funny is as I look down. Oh, there they are. I was about to say as I look down where they're supposed to be, they're not, but they were only a couple inches. So here. Take these.
Yeah, can I borrow yours? So there goes my build. Because I can't sit here and spend the entire show tearing up my office looking for my wire cutters. Everyone will be like, "That's boring." But it is incredibly irritating for me, in case you guys were wondering. Is that irritating? Yeah, very.
Always.
What happened was yesterday I did a spill and all of my shit fell off my little table desk, and I think my pliers were in that. So they are on the floor somewhere.
Damien said that it's a Cadillac pearlescent white with white flake.
That's nice.
I'll show it again. That's so
Please do.
gorgeous.
You want to be bigger? I'll make it bigger.
Thought I was big enough.
Hold on, do it now.
That's what she said.
Show it off. Yep, that's nice. I like it. So that's pretty darn cool.
A 2-second hork off this thing, man. That's all it takes. Not even 2 seconds. I'm hitting it as soon as it starts, and I'm done. And at 40%, that's pretty hardcore.
I have nail clippers, but these are too dull. Oh. I will try it, though.
But with the juice well of this temple, I can just all kinds of juice in there and just let it sit for a second and wick up. I've noticed that with the build that I have in here, I get better flavor if I juice it and then let it wick for a little bit and then put it down and then let it wick a little bit. Because, I mean, it's got 12 wraps of Fuse 26 gauge with a 32 gauge wrap, to fucking go through.
That's insane.
So then I find myself picking up this fucking rig. Jesus.
This single quote came out to 0.19.
Wow.
You know what that means. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be close, Juicy. You're going to come out to a 0.10.
It'll be 0.08.
Well, as soon as
you're right. It'll be 0.1, but that's fine.
as soon as you're going to have to find something to fire it on.
Everything. I got tons of stuff that'll fire 0.1.
No, I'm talking about 0.08 to get it to
a lot of
fire.
stuff will do that.
Bring it up to 0.1. Okay. Well,
yeah.
your DNA 200 will do that.
So will this thing. This thing will fire 0.08. The cuboid.
What's this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So will the
Really?
RX. Yep, RX2 as well.
Nice. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'll check out we'll just screw it on the RX and see what happens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I build to 0.08 sometimes, and I don't recall. Obviously, the DNA has no problem with it.
Larry, get off my idea, Larry. Get off my idea, Larry. He just asked Damien if they have. He's going for the Toyota MV Green. He wants it to match his vehicle.
Are you saying you want a powder coat like my sick outside the box mods? Oh my god, that's badass. I'm just showing it off for the camera.
Insane.
I love this thing. My outside the box mods mech is awesome.
And I wonder if Damien's powder coater has this color green.
I wonder. That'd be good. The green? The only green, you mean?
I wonder.
The only green I need?
Yeah, that is the only thing I need. What do we got going on in chat?
He'll tell us his build if we promise not to actually do it. Yeah, sure. That's safe. I mean, I understand that. We tell people not to do stuff. Mental note. And I just want to reiterate this. Don't put builds in mechanical boxes that you don't understand. Ever.
Exactly.
Ever. If you have any questions, or reservation whatsoever, build high. Because one, the vape is good. There's no one's complaining about a 0.4 build. Nobody. There's good. And you're not going to get super special extra bonus ego points for building low until you understand. If you understand, then people with you who understand will be impressed, but not that impressed. It's just not that huge a deal, but you have to understand your batteries. You have to understand what you're doing. So anyway.
Oh yeah, exactly. And going with that, always use an.
He did not get this green enclosure from Pedal Parts Plus. He bought these enclosures and did the powder coating himself. I know for a certain fact. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
There's Polish Vapes UK. I'm old Greg.
Word.
I'm old Greg. Sorry.
But with devices like this that have a RDA that cannot go on an ohm reader, it's definitely not for a beginner. Always use an ohm reader, even as an advanced builder. I use my 521 tab, and before that, I would always build. I would build on my M80, my Smock M80, because I could turn I could lock it up and I could check the resistance without having to fire it.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing to build on, but it was an accurate ohm reader as well, I noticed. So, with stuff like this, unless you're an extremely advanced builder or understand Ohm's law to a T, or are, mathematically sound and you feel comfortable doing that, yes, go ahead, do that. But, like Juicy was saying earlier, it's very important to realize what the build is to what you're using it on.
So I'm looking, and Damien's running a quad fuse 26 gauge A1 Clapton with a 36 gauge wrap, Nicrom 80. It's a 10 wrap 3 millimeter, and it's 0.21 ohms. So it comes out to almost 750 watts with Ohm's law. So do not run that build unless you know what you're doing. But he knows what he is.
That's right.
Yeah, and so this just underscores the fact that these kinds of stats and stuff, if you don't understand everything about what he said and why, and if you don't understand that calculation, don't use this box. He'll make you a parallel box with 18650s, you'll be fine. But that is a sick build, by the way. And I would try that on my own. So just be safe, guys. Do Ohm's law, know what you're doing. Don't run at 750 watts unless you know what you're doing. And just because it's on a LiPo battery doesn't mean that you don't use Ohm's law anymore. A LiPo battery isn't, the end all be all of safety measures when it comes to batteries. Yeah, in fact, quite the opposite. It's more dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because it delivers more amps down to the very last drop than the 18650s do. So the current that comes out of it, the waterfall, is much bigger all the time. So it's important.
And
that build is crazy.
I'll just give you an idea of exactly how important Ohm's law is. on my laptop up in the top bar, I've got one thing up in the top bar for save things, and that's an Ohm's Law calculator. You open up my phone, the first thing you see is an Ohm's Law calculator. You open up my tablet, the first thing you see is an Ohm's Law calculator. It's that important.
Yeah, it is. Totally. Gotta put my
Yep, that important.
Gotta go to Do Not Disturb. I'm getting blown up. My phone's blowing up. I apologize to you guys. I can't really follow most of the phone conversations, but I sure try. I'm so excited. That box looks absolutely awesome. And if you know what you're doing, that's killer. The benefit is that you have consistent amps, more power at your disposal, and longer battery life.
Excuse me. Yeah, exactly.
So
And it's like a Mack truck.
yeah, exactly. Because the amps are always there. Let's see if we can add Polish Vapes UK to the call. Do you think he wants to? Since he's up, might be.
Possibly.
We'll check him out.
I know I'll disappear, but I'll still be here.
Oh, that's right. You will disappear. That sucks. We'll try it. Oh wait, it's keeping you.
What?
Oh no, it left. I don't understand this thing sometimes.
I don't either.
We're gonna give it a try. See if he's there. I know he woke up. This is a little bit early for him. We do our weekend show at 8 o'clock, and so
Duke, I am your
it's a little
father.
tougher. A little tougher for him.
Is he here? Is he with us?
I don't know. He will be soon. If not, then it's fine. So yeah, no battery sag on those Lipo boxes. So they're pretty fun.
No. Got no battery sag at all.
Anybody who has a DNA 200 already knows that lipos require special stuff. So let me ask you this: you don't have the, you actually can't charge that, can you?
No, I cannot. I
funny.
cannot. So,
Hey, let me call you back. I guess Luke isn't going to make it.
yeah, go ahead. Call me back.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Yay! We have
All
window.
right.
We'll get Luke next time.
Yeah.
So
no
just
problem.
for you guys just tuning in at 7:30, and this is VapeAM. VapeAM is the show where you just wake up at Global Orbiting Vaping Headquarters, whatever I call it. I'm Juicy Jones.
Oh, Larry's got to go. Bye, Larry.
Bye, Larry.
Have fun at work, brother. Call
Have
me
a great
later.
day. Yeah, have a super great day. And all we do is we wake up, we do what vapors do in the morning. We look for deals, we call friends on the phone, and talk to people. That's all. And talk about vaping. So today we went over some sick coils that I got from Travis at Overdose Vapes, and they're beautiful. And I'm halfway through putting one of them on my thing, and I can't find my clippers. So I may not be finished before the show's over. And the other thing we did was we're talking about this Subohmn Box Mod that Skeletor is testing out this week, which is really fun.
That's right. I'm going to have this for a couple more days. I actually got this on Tuesday, but I didn't use it at all yesterday, so I knew I would have enough battery, to use it on the show today.
Oh, good idea.
So yeah, I'm going to have it for a couple more days, and as soon as the battery gets low enough, because I do have the reader to hook up to it, then I'll let Jimmy know that it's dead, and he'll come pick it up, and I would have had my fun with it, and probably.
It's a little humorous. It's got such battery life, you can loan it out for a few days. It's so interesting. It's like that's one of the benefits of lipos is that the batteries last a long time. Yeah, and the thing looks real good, but 30 mils on it, so it's got the larger style box. I think it's cool, man. It's super cool. Odd. I'm just fitting this coil in here, and it's resisting my romantic maneuvers. Don't resist me. Love me. I love you. So that's really cool. These coils are nice. I'm going to need... Oh, don't fire it. It's locked. See, I locked my mod. Do that when you're building. Lock it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, let's see. Let's talk juice a little bit. So I've got... Oh, that's right. We need to go see what's on vape sale. Because that's an important part of our routine. And I'm very interested. Oh, God. Okay. So somebody said that the Aromamizer Extreme just went on sale, which I think is very interesting.
Owen says that he found a juice called the kitchen sink, and somebody asked him how it tastes.
Like the kitchen sink?
Well, I was going to say it tastes like everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like a hey-yo.
Oh, hey-yo. That's funny. I'm just going to recrop this window real quick so we can see more of it.
That's that Fritta. I've got Fritta on the phenotype. Going back to it every once in a while.
Really?
Fritta. I'm actually vaping some Nana pudding on the rig, and it's from the coffee shop that shut down. It's their brand. Rest in peace, vaping grounds. You were good while you lasted.
That's
But I got a
sad.
120 of it. Yeah, I got a 120 of it though. It's pretty good. Nana pudding. Yeah, I'm sad. They had great coffee. Oh my god. It's like you could feel the heart that they put into it.
Oh. Well, on that sad note, let's see what's new on Fastech today.
Right?
Oh, they have wrist braces and stuff.
Wrist
Right.
braces?
Yeah, atomizers, authentic Steam Crave Aromomizer V2s, and there's the
Nice.
Supreme, $32.49. I'm very interested. Comes with a velocity deck, 2
Really?
millimeter holes. Yeah, it's got 2
Good morning,
millimeter
K
post
Vapes.
holes.
How are you?
Hey, K Vapes. Good morning. By the way, I remember that you were asking about your DNA 200, but I was going to say if you contact me on Skype, just Skype it up, and I can help you configure that thing.
Yeah, I'll be available too.
Just looking at these things. Yeah, so the Aromomizer V2, that's if you get the cash, buy that, because we don't know how it is yet. Yeah, we don't know how it is yet. It might be. And then the V2 Aromomizer is basically just the V1 that has a top fill, and a couple of small innovations. But you see they changed the airflow ring. I personally like the rubber rings, but some people didn't like them, so they added a Cyclops-style metal slider that looks like it has...
Did they?
Yeah, and when you catch up, you'll see that it actually has a decreased airflow setting, which is very interesting. I like that a lot. It's got like a half airflow on the Cyclops on the last half, so that's really cool.
Oh, okay.
So there's the Aromomizer. I don't really see mods or anything.
Oh shit! It kind of the airflow looks like the Arctic.
Yeah, it does. All right, so let's check out a new day, the 9th. That's yesterday. So atomizers, KO clone and a Boss clone. They don't show the deck, and that always bothers me. I buy almost nothing from Fastech where they don't have a picture of the deck.
So I think I'm going to pick up a sub-bod
Oh, really?
or something in it. Something similar, whether it be whichever's going to be able to run the Cubus tank.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sitting here and I'm
Almost anything.
vaping on this Cubus tank, and I'm really interested in trying the Clapton, the 1.5 ohm Clapton, and I'm sitting here looking at it because the flavor is really good right now. So I'm wondering.
I think you probably wouldn't like the 1.5 ohm Clapton, and the reason is that the airflow is really restricted, and I prefer the half ohm one myself. I'm running the 1.5 ohm Clapton on this right now in temperature control on the home wrecker, and
Right.
I like it, but I'm only running it because I have to. If they had a Clapton, or if they had a Canthal half ohm, I'd be running that. It's good, but I think you'd find it frustrating because the max airflow is never very high.
Well, I know that it's going to be more restricted airflow, and I'm actually going to check it out for flavor purposes. I'm actually going to switch off into Facebook because I've got people.
Good. It's good for flavor. But by the way, I'm looking, and the Hexome V3 is on Fastech, the clone. So those hit, and I presume, I don't know what they added with the V3 except that it's 180 watts now instead of 150. But we're going to check the discussions. It's the Hexome V3. It's not the Anarchist version, but it's got a MOSFET and everything. So, it's got the label? Yeah, so for $35, I'd probably pick one of these things up if you want a Hexome clone. Because it has it has the potentiometer and the voltimeter. Very handy. Okay, so not too much at Fastech, to be honest, since Tuesday. But I know that 3F is having a big sale on Joytech stuff.
Oh, Jimmy's having a hard time getting in, so I'm going to grab the link and send it to him.
Nice.
Command C, switch over. I don't know why I'm talking out loud like this on the live broadcast.
Oh yeah, so the Cubus kit is for sale now on 3F Vape, $49.99. The Cubus kit with the Joytech VTC Mini, that is the kit. And
how much is it?
$49.99 for the Cubus and the
For-
eVic VTC Mini.
What?
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. $50 is a great deal. Because it's a great kit. Like that's as good as the Kanger 50-watt kit from last year. Way better. And that mod, the eVic VTC Mini mod, is going to last you. I mean, you can just keep using it. I use it all the time. I've got it right here. I use that thing all the damn time.
Single 18650, correct?
That's exactly right. So it comes with all the drawbacks that those have.
Of course.
Decimuses are $40. Decimuses are worth $40. No, not a dime more.
They're not worth $40, and you know it.
And the yeah. The VTC Mini with all by itself is $40. So basically, you're getting a Cubus tank for $10.
Yeah, half price. There you go.
Yeah, so that's killer. And the Cubus is on sale quite a bit too.
It's a great tank. I'm loving it right now. It's everything that I've put it on, including the Nuve. When I dialed it in on the Nuve, everything that I put this thing on has been awesome.
Yeah,
I'm highly impressed, and I love the black.
Oh yeah,
You've got the red one. You know that red one's tight looking too.
Yeah.
But I like this one. I wish they came out with a green one.
I was just looking at chat. It looks like somebody was just saying they ordered something from Fast Tech on the 17th of February and it still hasn't shipped. Yikes! You might want to send them a note. They're catching up on the shit that they didn't ship on vacation, but the 17th, that seems like a bit much.
Yeah, I mean we're creeping up on what's today, the 10th.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They're a couple of weeks late. Yeah, it takes a long time. Mike Pavia points out that it can take a month, and they do have good tracking at least, so you can see when it leaves China.
Slow Tech. I was just about to say that.
Slow Tech. I know. Maybe they named themselves just to counter that.
Yeah, it was. They named themselves thinking, ha ha ha, oxymoron.
Fast Tech. Yeah, call it Fast Tech because we can't ship fast. Although it is pretty amazing that we have access to direct access to Chinese markets. It really must be said that that's truly amazing. So I'm putting this on the special mode for this tank. And I like it because if you go over the rating, it puts little lines on there saying, hey, you went too high.
Mm-hmm.
So you go back down. I'm showing the viewers. And basically for noobs, it's really nice because you can't go over. If you stay under 20 watts on this coil, it's like, okay, you're fine. I think you would find this coil frustrating.
Think so? I guess we'll see.
I like it for flavor. You're right about that. But it isn't the best. Like my avocado is better. And the airflow, it just doesn't ever go over a certain point with this coil. With the half-film coil, it does. But it could be useful in its own way. I mean, obviously, if you want a tighter draw and the flavor of the 1.4M Clapton, then yeah, you might enjoy. I mean, I say try it, obviously. I personally am kind of like, eh. Oh, Islees, sorry, I can't pronounce that, is talking about Fast Tech, and he said, yeah, they held it up over one RDA. That's how it is. I have to be super careful when I order from Fast Tech to make sure everything in it says it'll ship today and not ships in 7 days or ships in 2 weeks or whatever, because they will hold your order.
Right.
And that's what happens. And then you end up going, what, it's been 6 weeks, and you look and it said, oh, that's not going to ship for another day. And then you wait another 10 days at least for it to get to you. So, yeah, be super careful. Make 2 orders. That's what I started doing, is I started looking carefully at the shipping dates, and I'll make another order and let that sit there. Because they're not smart about that. They ought to just ship everything else. And not that,
exactly.
They don't. I wish they did, too. That's a very good distinction. GearBest is interesting, but God, GearBest has the worst return policies and the worst warranty stuff of any online retailer I know. They are so bad.
They do.
And if you buy something, say that costs $200, and it doesn't work, then they'll give you half your money back in store credit, or they'll let you pay half again to get another one. So if it breaks, and it's not your fault.
1.5 times.
Yeah, plus you have to pay the shipping, and it takes forever to get to you. So it's just their return policies are the worst. Fastech will actually honor returns; it just takes a long time. So I avoid GearBest, but not because I don't like the deals. Sometimes I see deals on there.
Ooh,
I'm like,
that's
yeah.
some good peanut butter frozen yogurt right there. May the Schwartz be with you.
And Ryan Berman had a good results with their shipping too. I get faster shipping from GearBest as well, but I'm so afraid that what I order from them will break. Seems like it's good for tools and stuff that you'll never have to return. I mean, never have to return that stuff. Sweet coffee eases the pain. That's what I say. I know. Skeletor, why don't you entertain them while I go get another cup of coffee?
Okay, then we'll switch because I'm out too.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you're full
We're going to do
screen.
a coffee switch. Coffee switch.
I'm out.
Okay, so let's see here. What is going on in chat? We're still talking about Gear Best. Hmm. 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 Well, I don't have any experience with GearBest, and I don't have any experience with Fastech. However, I can only go by what I'm told, and I hear, the return policy. Okay, with GearBest, it sucks because if something does break, you pay 1.5 times the amount. I hear a lot of bad things about Slow Tech because apparently that's exactly what it is, and well, okay, so I just don't order from either of them. I actually don't really order anything online. Here in the Central Florida area where we are lucky enough to have a very, very, very diverse vape community, and you can find a lot of stuff in the brick and mortars. And there are no large corporation vape shops here in the Central Florida area. You do have a couple of shop owners that do own, multiple shops. Like Andy Budd owns Vapor and Co. or Vapor and Company, and they've got 4 shops. And then you've got Atomized, which has 2 shops. Fast Eddie's has 2 shops, and so they, they're all mom and pop, and I love supporting the local scene. I'm one that I will pay the extra $20 here, $10 there, to support the brick and mortar because we are such a tight knit community as well. When it comes to the shop owners, there's really not much beef anymore. The beef through the community has pretty much died down when it comes to shop owners and stuff like that. So it's good. That's why I don't really have much experience when it comes to GearBest and Fast Tech
I'm back.
and basically any type of online ordering.
Yeah. In a
But
nutshell,
that's
I would say Fastech's fine, GearBest avoid. Just nutshell.
yeah, for sure. All right. Ryan just asked where in Florida I'm at. I'm actually in a suburb of Orlando called Castleberry. Yep.
Nice.
And now
Good name.
I'm going to go
Castleberry.
get some coffee.
Yeah, your
That's
turn. Go for it. Oh my
My
God!
turn.
I was just reading here, and Ickley's Icicles. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. His local vape shop doesn't carry wire. What? That is just amazing to me. Like, how can your local vape shop not carry wire? It just seems like a no-brainer. Like you would want that. Wow, that's so interesting. And one line of e-liquid? That's bizarre. So you obviously have to do some mail order stuff. So yeah. And vaping for beginners on Twitter, vaping beginners, or vaping_for_beginners on Instagram. He has a series of inexpensive e-liquids he's tried that are mail order, so you can check him out. He's really cool. And I see lies. Got it. I see lies. I like it. I see lies. I like it. And then Owen says he pays extra for shipping. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing too. If you're on Fastech, make sure you pay the extra $1 or whatever for the expedited shipping. It expedites it so it only takes 2 weeks instead of 3 or 4. Yeah, and Mike Pavia points out also that Fastech's fine. It just takes a long time. The only complaints I hear about Fastech really are just the time. I don't have too many complaints or hear too many complaints about their actual policies. It just takes a lot of time. GearBest though, their policies are kind of weird. Crazy Wire Company are out of the UK. Ryan Berman says that a good site for stainless steel is Crazy Wire Company out of the UK. That is a good tip, and I'm gonna write that down. Crazy Wire, the UK. stainless steel wire. It's cool. Cool. That's awesome. So that's killer. Yeah, so Skeletor's getting some coffee. Lightning Vapes is also a good place. Lightning Vapes has... Oh my god, Sean Taft bought $125 worth of wire. That is a lot. Lightning Vapes is another killer place. Free builds are good. That is really good. But I still am just so perplexed that somebody wouldn't carry wire for their customers. I could sort of see. I don't know. It just seems very strange. Like you'd want them to. Yeah, B-Man uses Lightning Vapes. I use Lightning Vapes a little bit. I use static wire when I can. I've got some static wire left. And that's my favorite, actually. They're out of Florida as well. And I would love to try any kind of wire, too. Like, I'm just very curious. I didn't know wires could vary so much until I got some static wire. And then I was like, wow, this is much better than just the store wire I was buying. I was buying just the least expensive kind or whatever. And that Lightning Vape turned out to be much better. And Sam Wells says that his site that he uses is Advanced Vape Supply. And that has stainless steel 316. I'm going to write that down too. Because we're all interested in stainless steel. I know I am. Very interested. I don't need to write down Lightning Vapes because of course I remember them. Then I should do Advanced Vape Supply. I should do a little list. Cool. Groovy. Neat. Nifty. Neat, nifty, groovy, cool. So I'm just sticking this coil on here still. The one I got from Travis. Just totally awesome. Urgh. Just stretching it. Jesus Christ. This doesn't stretch very much. Because it's so pro. It's so tight, Travis. Such a good job. God, you did a good job with these. Love it. So it's 7:50. We got about 15 more minutes in the show. I just want to reiterate that this is Vaping Dawn to Dusk. This is the show where you wake up in the studio at Orbital Vaping Headquarters with me, Juicy Jones. We call friends, we look at deals, and we just go over some stuff. Today we looked at some sick coils from Travis at Overdose Vapes, and we checked out Skeletor's new Subohmn Box Mod. And the links for both those guys are down there in the description. And we're just winding down, hanging out, putting some parallel coils in. Skeletor is out grabbing some coffee. And Ohm Sweet Ohm, 17% off coupon code. Ooh, is that a kidney puncher code? Who's that code for? Or is it Ohm Sweet Ohm? That's good. Kidney puncher too. I always forget about kidney puncher. Okay. The guys were just asking about, they were just listing some places that carry stainless steel wire, which is awesome. Okay, so now is the time when
steel wire.
Now is the time when I absolutely need my clippers because I'm on the second coil. When you're on the second coil, you really have to. I'm sorry, you guys are just staring at my ass right now.
Wah wah.
Wah wah wah. I'm just digging through my messy desk. I got halfway through cleaning this up last night, and I spilled the entire thing on the ground and thought I got all my building stuff up. Oh, look at this. It was actually just sitting in my bailed bag. Ha ha ha.
You
hey,
found
Eli.
them?
Yeah, did you even look, Eli? Yes.
Yeah, right.
Sort of.
Sort
So
of.
glad these aren't stainless steel. By the way, I just want to remind you guys, if you get stainless steel coils, be sure that you use a special pair of clippers on them that will work, because if you use your normal shitty cheap clippers, they'll just bend and break because their stainless steel wire is hard. Hey, Rhonda McGee, good morning. It's nice to see you.
You get what you pay for.
Well, it's just worth
Good
remembering
morning,
that Kanthal
Rhonda.
wire is much softer, and nichrome is much softer than stainless steel.
Oh, yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
end up with like, oh god.
Yeah, and plus you definitely want to make sure you have a long enough lead to grab it with pliers before you clip. Otherwise, you'll wind up sticking yourself with it. It'll shoot off like a rocket into your thumb.
Everyone loves that. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah. As a matter of fact, I was on Skype with you when I did that.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I freaking skewer myself constantly. I'm like, oh god, I'm such a not pro. I'm like the worst builder. Although practice
Blaine,
makes perfect.
Look, your Blaine goes that ass.
That ass dope, looking good. I know it's true. My girlfriend tells me all the time how pretty I am. You guys don't need to reiterate, but I agree with you. I'm just kidding. I tell her she's crazy.
Does your ass have a beard too? Make it look, never mind. Bad joke. Bad joke. Wah wah. Gong. God, I hope everybody has a nice vaping day. Thomas, are you leaving?
I hope you have a great day. If you have to go.
Have a great day, sir. Yeah.
We love all of you guys. Just want to remind you, like the video, subscribe, tell your friends. This is episode 10 of VapeAM, and we have more planned. And this one's going pretty well. We're just finishing up these coils from Travis. Just trying to get a little more height out of this one. I built them a little bit close to the posts. That will be good. Looking good.
It's funny. I did a 5-wrap 22 gauge static around I think it was a 2.5 millimeter as well. Might have been a 3 millimeter. I don't quite remember.
I'm trying to get the camera to focus on this. 0.09.
This Overcast is still a beast. Wound up to going to 0.09. Was that the highest you could bring it to?
Yep. Oh, and it says atomizer low, so you're right. This rouleau doesn't want to fire. So I am going to have to use the DNA 200. Sorry, I'm just getting I'm just getting the camera to focus. Man, the camera's really... You know what we need at this studio? We need a new camera. So this will not fire this. You were dead right. But you know what will fire it is my DNA 200. Oh, or the G2. Do you know what the G2's limit is? Lower limit?
Isn't it 0.007?
Yes.
I like that resistance level, by the way.
That's practically no limit.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on. So it's at 0.09. It's got no problem. It's like, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem at all. It's like, yeah, no big deal. So I've got this on 40 watts. I'm just going to give it a quick dry burn, which I read today we should not do. I read a chemist say you should just never dry burn any of your coils at all. I wouldn't know personally.
Me either.
Yeah. I presume that since we vape them, it's okay to dry burn them, but he could be wrong. I should have actually read that article. I think I linked it, but I didn't finish reading it. So, it's a 0.08 now, but I've got it tightened up. They're glowing beautifully. I need to do a lot of work to these guys. The thing about parallel Claptons and stuff is that you have to make sure they're touching, and you got to work them a little bit.
Now, what's it run with? What's it parallel with?
I don't know, actually. I don't have the details. I wanted to get Travis on the phone this morning.
But is it a solid strand? Is it
yeah.
Okay, then you have a stage Clapton.
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Oh, and it's working so great.
I've got a stage Clapton in the phenotype. I've got a stage Clapton in... Shit. I forgot. Son of a bitch. Vapor problems.
In case you guys are wondering, stage Claptons he's referring to when you use two different diameters of wire, and one's a Clapton and one's not. And then what happens is the single wire heats up faster and then aids in heating up the Clapton wire and adds surface area. So they end up being very good.
I hate to interrupt you, Juicy.
No,
FYI, Damien builds everything from parallel to series to Lipo PWMs to DNA 200s to XS 350Js, etc., etc., he says, which means he builds everything.
That's killer. That's great. I'm a
Things
believer.
that make you go,
What does that box cost? Just the basic Lipo box you've got.
I don't expensive.
That's a good question.
Damien,
we need a price range. Yeah.
How much would Damien? How much would a PWM box like this cost?
Yeah, like a price range for this exact one. Because I'm sure we have to iterate. We have to reiterate that I'm sure this isn't a price quote, and he's not telling us what it's definitely going to cost. But if you ask him, he'll tell you what a boxes cost. But he'll give us a ballpark for this. And you should know that boxes will be in the same range, but different features will cost more or less. Like if you don't want the lipo, it'll cost less. So.
Right. And, we're blessed enough to actually have him in the chat with us, so that's excellent.
Yeah, he's too chicken to come on Skype, but I'm only playing. But one of these days you can come on. I'm trying to just get people to be more relaxed about YouTube. For some reason, people treat YouTube like it's some kind of crazy hallowed ground where you can't go live and just say shit or whatever. But people do it on Twitch all the time. People do it on Periscope all the time. People do it on Snapchat all the time. And it's a myth that any of that stuff actually disappears. The NSA sees it. They get saved on a server somewhere, even if you delete it. So you're still out there. If any digital thing is capturing you whatsoever, you're done for. Check out the staging. You're not going to be able to see this for a minute, but I'm going to fire this coil. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, glow shot. Jesus. Travis, you mad fucking scientist. I'm having a little bit of unevenness. That's why I'm playing with them. But these are killer. So killer. And good morning, by the way, to everybody. To Damien, Flavor Hunter, Mr. Cobra Fire, James Reeves, Rhonda McGee, Alex Schultheis, everybody. Good morning. Love all you guys.
Everybody.
Yeah.
What is up, y'all?
So it's about $250 with the battery for that one. So they're not for Team Cheat Mod.
Okay.
Good morning, my dear. My girlfriend just woke up and shut the door because she's saying, be quiet with your live show. And I'm just throwing away some little tiny remnants of these coils. I'm going to wick it. I'm determined not to end the show until I get this thing
I can't wait
vaping.
to see the replay of that one. Oh, no worries. I got nothing but time today, brother. I'm here for the duration.
I'll add a note for a glow shot in the thing so people can see it glowing.
Okay.
That'll be fun. That'll be a little bit
here
fun.
we go. Glow shot's coming up. There it is.
I'll
That's
do
pretty.
another one. It's not even right now. The one closer to me is going a little bit quicker. So I'm going to manipulate it a little bit. Yeah, these are fun. These are great. I love staged Claptons so much. You guys have no idea. These are great for flavor. They are great for ramp up time. If you have a powerful mod, it's important that, at 40 watts, to be honest, a Clapton is fine. It's good flavor and it heats up slowly, so you have to wait a little while, but the vape will be pretty good. So there's Josh saying, I can stop lurking. He's been doing paperwork and building some coils. Oh, and he's trying Plume Juice. Plume Juice is another one of the affordable ones that Vaping for Beginner turned us on to that you know about too, Skeletor. Am I right? Always
Say
forget
that again?
about Plume Juice is another one of those outfits that has affordable e-liquid.
Yeah. I don't know that, I haven't had their juice, but I do know of them. Yes. Yeah. I do know they're affordable and whatnot.
Hey, Rhonda McGee's asking if anyone
Okay,
knows
so
what's
yeah,
going on in
apparently-
Indiana. We do know what's going on, yeah.
Apparently, Damien's using CNC enclosures now, which is more like the Nuve style enclosure.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
I like that because I'm not big on the Hammond lean. I never have been. I have a Mad Mod that's a Hammond box, and I've got the Gator box, which is a Hammond box, but I don't like how they lean.
Yeah, apparently,
So, yeah,
right now
yeah.
is the time when it's getting easier. Like machining has got to the point where people don't have to buy Hammond boxes anymore, which is nice.
Exactly. And I know the outside the Box Mod Series 2 is going to not have a lean to it, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, exactly. And my outside the box mods #1. These are CNC. These aren't Hammond boxes, so they don't have any lean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these boxes are not Hammond boxes. The outside the box
I
mods.
didn't know that. I thought.
Oh God,
I
yeah.
thought the first-
No, these are
first
yeah.
time was, okay.
They aren't Hammond. They're CNC boxes, and as far as I know, I should ask him. I don't know how I tell, but there's no lean, so that would explain it, wouldn't it? I mean, this is the square box, and
Essentially, yeah, that would.
yeah, we'll ask him specifically. But yeah, he does all of his own coding and everything. Every one of these is individually done. Outside the box mods they're great. I really love them. Really love my outside the box mods.
I really like that blue. I just caught up on YouTube. I like the blue.
Oh, of
on
the
that G2.
G2. Me too. It looks killer. If I had to do it again, I would get the white one because I'm a dork, and the white and silver is just very Empire Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's dumb, but that's what I would do. Oh, too much cotton.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton.
Yeah, James points out that everybody should be using CNC boxes now, and he's absolutely right. Anybody using a Hammond box and charging more than, $50 for the mod is really ripping you off. because Hammond boxes are lame. Okay, so Indiana came up again. Rhonda McGee asked again, and yeah, we had people who were talking about Indiana before in the show, and he's just reiterating that Indiana is trying to make it illegal to buy vape juice that's outside of Indiana. So
which is impossible to enforce.
yeah, we have a feeling that that's nearly unenforceable. Like, what on earth are you going to do? Like, how are you going to prevent someone? I don't believe that it's a reasonable course of action that the state of Indiana can ask the federal government to filter part of its mail to one of the states. It's like, I mean, it would just laugh. I mean, what are they going to do? How are they going to enforce that? Is the state of Indiana going to open up extra post office boxes to make sure you're not mail ordering contraband? I just don't get it.
Yeah, that just they can't enforce it. They can't at all whatsoever, because then at that point, guess what? The return address is not from a company anymore. It's from somebody's Aunt Sally.
Yeah, and talk about expensive, man. You think that e-juice was expensive before? Wait till you see what it costs to open up extra, screening stations to make sure they're enforcing that law. That's just some lawmaker trying to make a point, and they're just, ill-informed. So
you're right. Mike Pavia said Indiana needs to be educated, and they do, and
that's
we
right.
all need to be educated.
Yep, that's right. That's the right attitude too. Like, we need to make sure that we're educated and that we're telling people the right thing, and that we need to start including more calls to action to people that are beyond just signing up. We need to get people to, I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways to engage people. I know Orbital Vaping Headquarters as a group, we're getting to the size where we could organize some kind of drive or something. I don't know. But Skeletor and I try to promote all kinds of cool vaping advocacy stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, especially like Sean Taft, Coils
Yeah.
for Advocacy. Case in point, that's big down here in the Central Florida area, and he builds banging coils. Juicy has a couple.
Oh yeah,
I have
one
that I'm running, and I've got the one in the phenotype that's an absolute fucking beast. I'm talking an absolute beast. But yeah, I mean, shit. Then there's there's Casaa.org, Not Blowing Smoke, and here in Florida we have the SFATA, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on for advocacy right now. Let's see.
All right, I'm switching back to the big view here, to the main one. I'm wicked, and I'm just stuffing it in. I'm about to vape this mother liquor, and you know what? I'm vaping Gem 2 on this because I didn't do it before, and I'm doing it now.
Okay, right.
One of the reasons was I didn't want to put 3 mils of Gem 2 into my tank. I'd rather drip 1.5 mils. Just on here, and then save part of it because I love that stuff. And
Damien just said, if you want me to PM, I'll send you pics. Damien, go ahead and shoot me those in an email, skeletorvapes@gmail.com, please, sir.
Naked pics?
I hope not.
What does he charge for that? Yeah, I do too. I hope not. Sir, I certainly hope not. This is not Snapchat.
Yeah, you've got the wrong genetics there, kiddo.
Right.
Sorry.
So, for you guys just tuning in, this is VapeAM, and it's 8:06. We're going to end the show here probably within 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just getting this thing wicked that I opened up earlier. Today, all we did was talk about Skeletor's kick-ass new PWM box mod with a Lipo in it from Subohmn Box Mods, which the link's in the description, and we looked at these new coils that I got from Travis at Overdose Vapes that are fucking awesome, and I'm just about to vape them. And then we answer questions.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the production is, too. I think have you ever used Stage Claptons before?
Yeah, I have. In fact, I have one of my most popular Instagram photos is my first parallel Clapton it was a Clapton I paralleled with some 26, and it was like a 9 wrap or something, or 8 wrap, and I was like so proud of it, and I was stoked. It was a glow shot, and like on Instagram everyone loved it. I was like, wow, thank you, first one, cool. Like, nice, so nice. Okay, so it's customary to use the top cap.
Let's see,
for
everybody
atomizers.
needs to check out Not Smoke.
Notblowingsmoke.org. That's absolutely true. That's important. And also, on the Vapin' Minuteman channel, last night he had an interview with the head of Not Blowing Smoke, Stephen Didak, and Stephen from Smiley, and it was a great discussion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link it in the bottom. I forgot to do that, but link to Rob's video. It was his live show. It was Tuesday night, and it was Tuesday rather, and it's Vape and Minuteman channel. I'll put a link in the bottom, and it was a really good show, and it was a discussion with Stephen Didak and Stephen from Smiley and the guys on the Scoop, and I really enjoyed it. And it's interesting. One of the things that I took away from that is that non-blowing smoke is very small. And they are just trying to make advocacy happen, and we really need them to be much bigger. And it's not clear to me what the actual call to action for the average vapor is day to day. I mean, we can't just run around. The answer can't just be everyone running around blabbing about advocacy. We got to be able to actually give people a call to action and, give them some sense of urgency about this. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, by the way, you pronounced that fellow's name Icy Lies, so now I understand. He told us it's Icy Lies. Love it. And welcome to the show, too. Thank you. Let's see. So people are talking about hard times in various areas in their neighborhoods. Yep, that's how it is. And somebody liked Plume Juice, Skeetle Infusion, and he liked it for the price. Yeah, and Matt from Suck My Mod, and I've done this a million times too, is that I'm just not big like him, but we've said that a million times, that fucking celebrities need to stand up and advocate. We see these people advocating for anything that they want. And they advocate for shit all the time, but I never see them say, save yourself from cancer. I never see them say that. Right. And these slimy, fair weather friend motherfuckers need to stand up and grow a spine and start figuring out and stop figuring out how they're going to, if it's going to endanger their fucking contracts or not, and just stand up for something they believe in. If you vape, you need to fucking stand up and say, I vape. And only a couple of them, have the nuts to do it, and it blows me away because nothing is better for actors or nurses. I mean, every nurse I've ever met smoked at some point, and actors too. It's a high-stress job. They do a lot of shit, and vaping is the answer. They can vape right there on stage, and then no one's stinking. Anyway, I get pretty upset about celebrities dropping the ball. These motherfuckers have tons of access and tons of influence, and I can tell you, when Orbital Vaping headquarters becomes huge and we're all famous, including all of you guys, we are going to talk about this, and we're going to say, we vape. You need to vape too. Because that's right. It's about saving lives. This entire hobby is about not smoking and saving lives. Anyway, I went on a rant about that instead of finding the cap to my Overcast.
So
I found the cap.
Since you're vaping on the Overcast for your first torque, let me grab some
nice
Brita here, and I will vape on my Overcast at the same time.
First, I'm going to wipe out the inside ring because a slight flaw with the Overcast is how when you use it,
weeps.
Yeah, and the weeping actually stays inside between the rings. Little do you know, lubricating them and making them smell and leak. It isn't a terrible design, but it's not the best design. It actually, for fine-tuning your air, you could hardly do better. But for fussiness and messiness, you could do better.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Every RDA I've noticed that has the outer airflow
ring
weeps like that, and it sticks in between.
That's true. Now, I've got this fully open. What did I say? I'm going to do Gem 2.
Yes.
But I don't want to use my Gem 2.
The Twisted Messes, the 13 Heavens, 9, any RDA that I've used that has the outer AFC, it does weep like that.
Oh man, I've only got like a few mils left. This is the best vape. Oh, Glazed Donut. Oh, Glaze, I love you. So I'm gently painting these guys on just like Grim Green said.
I saw a meme that I shared on my Facebook yesterday because you just reminded me of Bob Ross.
Yeah.
And the meme said, what if Bob Ross was actually a serial killer and he was painting the locations of his bodies?
That's funny. It'd be a good series. Bob Ross, they just put all of his stuff on Hulu, which is the coolest.
I love Bob Ross.
Me too. The guy was an inspiration to me as a young creative person. I was just like, oh, here's a guy just being relaxed with his creativity, doing whatever he wants, doing it because he, if you know his story, that guy has an amazing story. He started painting for himself for therapy. Oh, so I've opened up the wrong airflow ring on this. So it's single coil. I need the dual coil. Smart move, Jones.
I just got a question off my phone here.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was asking me about the chuff cap that I had on top of the temple.
Oh yeah.
This is actually a Prima Vapor chuff cap, and the series is the Cyclone. This is number 159 out of 250.
Ooh,
But
pretty good.
it's yeah. Well, I also have another one I'll show here in a second. But yeah, that's Prima Vapor, and it's fucking huge. But when you use these chuff caps, it doesn't have any airflow on the inside, like the initial cap that comes with the Buddha and with the Temple. These are made for Vapors Cloud products. And if you see the lands and grooves on right here on the bevel, that's actually on the inside too. So it cyclones the vape, and that's why I've had a real flavorful vape with this. And then there's the other one that's called the F-Bomb.
F-Bomb!
Let me see if I can find it here real quick.
Josh C. 10D1's trying to convince his local vape shop to carry gem juice. Good idea, man.
That is a good idea. Josh C., shoot me an email as well, skeletorvapes@gmail.com. I'll help you work that out. But here's the F-bomb on my Buddha GV2.
Gem 2. These coils are amazing. How many watts did I put this on? 130?
Sure, why not? But yeah, so
oh my God! Whoa!
That's so
Travis!
good.
Holy Jesus! These things fucking blow clouds. Oh my goodness. God damn it, now I'm going to go through all this gem too. I can't afford to buy anymore. Okay. That's why I've been saving this, because I only had the 30. Oh, I love this stuff so much. Okay. And by the way, if you want to donate to Orbital Vaping Headquarters so we can buy juice and toys and stuff to show you guys, so we can travel with gas to go see people and film them and stuff, then click on the little donate button on the main page, or just use juicyjones@gmail.com and PayPal, and I'll send you something nice. I don't know what. But we would use all that money just to keep the lights on and to buy juice to review and gear and stuff for the shows, and just to keep this thing running, because it's just a hobby and I do everything here out of my own pocket. Pay for hosting, pay for internet, pay for lights, whatever. Bye, Rhonda. Great to see you again. She had to take off.
Have a good day, Rhonda.
She gave us one of those. So I've got this coil in here from Travis, 130 watts. It's chucking.
I just caught up on YouTube.
It's insane. I'll try turning it up after I re-juice it. Nope, there's enough in there. Okay, first of all, this wire is clean as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And the flavor out of these is great. The Claptons heat up real slow. And so the staging is working great.
Yeah.
Once the Claptons start heating up, oh man, these are great. I should press the button. Oh, it says wattage limitation on this ohm load. Thank you. That's a very good message. I haven't seen that message on here yet. We're at 0.08, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. So that's killer. I love that. It'll do 140. It'll do 140, okay, which is totally reasonable. That's about where you should be with this. You shouldn't be putting 500 watts through this, but you can if you know what you're doing, but don't. Because only, yeah. Holy shit. This thing is awesome. I can't take a 3-second hit on this.
Can't hork it like you usually do, huh?
Oh, and I hit it and it gave me the wattage limitation thing again. Oh my God. This chucks huge clouds. I'm a little nicked out right now, so I'm slowing down. Slowing down on that, but I will use that to vape out. I'm going to drink coffee for a second. Boy, that was a lot of vape. That was good. I'm not like Luke. I can't sit here and just vape huge clouds all the time. I don't know how that guy does it. He fucking vapes like that all day, every day. And some people can. So, it's been pretty fun. We saw some coils. We saw a new thing from Skeletor. We're going to, I'll email Damien. And, so you guys have a great day. I thank every single one of you guys that watch this show, and we'll be back on Saturday with VapeAM for our flagship show, which is me and Polish Vapes interview people and talk about vaping to vapors. And next Tuesday we'll be back with more VapeAM with God knows what. Thank you for wasting an hour, 2 hours of your life with Orbital Vaping Headquarters. You could have been doing something productive, and instead you spent it with us, and we thank you. So everybody, we're going to vape out. And I want to thank everybody in chat, too, because you guys are just the best for showing up, and we appreciate it. And you can always email me at juicyjones@gmail.com. You can always find me on Instagram at juicyjoneshq or Twitter at juicyjones, or here on YouTube at Orbital Vaping Headquarters. Be sure to like and subscribe to Skeletor, too. Got anything to say there?
Right. Skeletor Vapes at Skeletor Vapes on Instagram, WTF Vapors on Facebook, and of course YouTube. Look for the green skull on YouTube. You can't fucking miss it. Remember, everybody, kick cigarettes, vape on, and stay cloudy. And as always, peace out, everybody.
That's right. Let's vape out. You guys have a great day, please. Thanks from Orbital Vaping Headquarters. Thank you.